Call the meeting to order.
Thank you, appreciate it.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Rhonda Hamby,
Here.
Christina Smith,
Here.
Crystal Wilson,
Here.
Mary Jowers, David Tripp,
Here.
Scott Layfield.
Here.
The next item is approval of agenda, and I've already got additions to the agenda. So I would like to put Gerald Unruh in between the planning and zoning, so make him number 6. And then Brock Davis at number 7. And then carried on down after that. So we have 2 additions that I would like to slip in under 5. And everybody danced.
Jump.
Jump, yeah. So if I can get an approval.
I will approve the amended agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye. I meant aye. I didn't say nothing.
Okay. Okay, approval of consent agenda. Everybody's had time to look over all the,
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
We'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye again. Can you read?
Okay, we're gonna move on to public forum, and Morgan has a little script to read, and we'll move forward with that.
At this time, the public will be recognized. Each person seeking to address the council will be recognized for a maximum of 2 minutes. You must provide your first and last name, your city of residence, and the topic of discussion before beginning. After you have spoken, you may exit at any time, or you may quietly observe the remainder of the meeting.
So, do we have anyone that wants to speak during public forum? No? Okay. Well, we will move on, because we've got a lot to cover. Planning and zoning appointments. We have some gentlemen here tonight that have graciously accepted that position, so I need the council to affirm and approve that. We have John Shear, Terry Gribble, Ty Loss, if I'm saying that correct, okay. And I would like to set them up with each of those with a 3-year term, and then Tyler Lacey and Wes Fickus for a 2-year term. And gentlemen, I suppose maybe introduce yourself. I think we know most of you. Come on, Terry, you're always one to speak.
Right, you're always first, usually.
Yeah, I'm usually first. Y'all get nervous when I show up. Terry Gribble, for those who don't know.
John Shear. And I'm Ty Loss. Been here 4 years at this point.
Tyler Lacey.
That's okay. 2 years.
And Rhonda, why the 3 and 2?
Well,
What's your name, Rhonda?
oh, I was advised by our legal counsel that we have some set up at 3 and some set up at 2, so we don't have a total fallout. Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. So-
2-year terms moving forward, but for the period of starting it out, we just want to make sure that it's not a total reset of everybody, so it'll be staggering terms then.
Okay.
And I just threw your
Can
names
I
out of the
just
hat.
get your information here?
Yeah, you pulled.
I mean, you could rock, paper, scissors if you're not happy with the 3.
Yeah.
We didn't want to let you off with just 1-year term, so.
We like you, Terry, so we just automatically threw you in on the 3.
Mm.
Okay. I did. Yes.
So, do we have anything else to add? I
Do
mean,
we
I'm
need to
just,
swear them in or anything, or?
no?
By motion, we'll just appoint them to their
Okay.
positions.
Make a motion to appoint the planning commission as presented. I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we have the planning and zoning. Thank you guys, thank you gentlemen.
Thank you, yeah.
Okay.
When do we need to do the bylaws?
Yes.
They'll have to have a meeting,
Okay.
they'll
And-
establish.
So I think we need to set that up, whatever you count on that.
Okay.
Let
They
them
can
know.
have a meeting before they have
Mhm.
changes, okay.
They'll have to. We've got them started, they have to have their meeting, they'll approve their bylaws.
Okay, I'll email them to you.
Yeah.
What we- Yep, I'm getting their information.
Oh, okay, okay. We good? You guys have any questions or concerns or? Okay. Next on the agenda is Mr. Unruh, Gerald Unruh. You're up, sir?
You're up, Gary.
I'm here about my water bill. My hot water heater has been out for about a whole year, and I finally found a used one I had it put in about 3 weeks ago. And my bill is $317. My social security check don't reach that far. Could we lower it to about 140 for this month and next month? I don't know how much it'll be on the next month.
What's the typical?
So, I thought I had a different paper, but, around 45 typically for the water, cost. And this current bill, the April 1st bill, the water was 270. We caught it during meter reading, but then it's usually a few days. You have to enter all the meter readings in and then create all the bills before you can run a report for high usage. So it takes a couple days after meter reading before we get this report. So when we saw the high use list, we always send maintenance to check those again and make sure it wasn't just a misread or mistype on our site or something. And they were at water conference, so Samuel went and read it, and he brought the reading back, and it had already been 16,000 gallons since we read it in just a few days. So Aaron and I went over there and talked with him, and we found a problem and shut it off. But yes, the last month bill was, I think, 26,000 gallons. And then this month will be obviously higher than his usual. I don't know what exactly it'll be, but it will at least be 16,000 because that's what it had already
There's
run.
2 months really.
Yeah, there'll be this April 1st bill, and then the May 1st bill will be higher than his usual for sure.
To get to the policy on how we deal with situations like this, does anybody know what it is?
I don't know that anything was ever written. I remember a discussion, and I'm just going from memory, but it was proof of repair. I don't know if it was decided by a plumber or just a receipt would do, or what the final, I think that was Jerry that mentioned
But while we can't necessarily forgive the water usage, we can work out the payment program.
Yeah, we offer payment plans, yep. So those are both options. I told him that with this bill, he could come to council and talk about what could be done, and then whatever decision was made, if it was too expensive for him, after any decision, we could work out a payment plan.
I think that since you're the city clerk and have control over what comes in and goes out, you're probably in the best position to put a payment plan together for Mr. Under as a worker. You agree with that?
Will that work for you?
Pardon me?
Put a payment plan together for you, will that work for you? If we put a payment plan together for you, will that work? If it meets your budget?
They wouldn't adjust the billing, we would just work out a plan to pay that over time, a few months.
If he does everything.
How many months you want to, 6 months? 4 months, 3 months?
I think until we get the bill next month too, it's gonna be really hard
Yeah.
to adjust what that may be.
Yeah, he may wind up having another $200
Yeah, and so until we get that final number, it's just hard to say.
You could adjust this bill, or make a payment plan for this bill, and then when he gets the May 1st bill, he can come speak with me, and we can make a payment plan separate for that bill.
Okay.
A payment plan that will fit your budget is what we're looking at.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'd like it to get this lowered. I mean, on that last 28 months, I averaged 340 gallons a month.
What was the problem with what was causing the water usage?
So Aaron and I went, and we've learned a lot of leaky toilets cause a lot of problems, and he has 2 toilets. He wasn't able to hear that one was running the whole time. So I shut it off, and he said he would just use the other toilet in the meantime. So it's off.
Next month will probably be over also.
Yes. Won't be as much as this one, but still more than you're used to.
Well, then I come in and work it out with you.
So you have the, in my opinion, you have the authority to do what's necessary to make it work. She already has that authority, she's the city clerk.
I don't normally do long-term payment plans without at least calling Rhonda and saying, does this sound reasonable? Does it need to go to anybody else? But typically, most people that come in just need a month or 2. So as long as everybody's okay with giving him a few extra months.
If we
that's
set up a
not
6-month plan and it didn't work, you could certainly reword the plan, so yes. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We will work
She'll work
with you.
with you.
We'll work it out.
We'll work with you.
You just stop by the office. You can be tomorrow or next week,
Okay.
and we'll type up an agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we've got Brock Davis next.
I'm Brock Davis. A lot of people know me, a lot of people don't. I own the property at 2756 Moccasin Road, where you guys have the sewer plant. We've had some issues out there that I want to address. I've just met with a fence builder tonight, and I'm putting up a new fence. You guys own 60 feet, and then it goes down to 40. And I would like to know what you guys would like to do on that, because the cattle guard that is there is going down quick. And I know coming June, you'll have equipment coming across it. And so I need to address that with you, what I can do and what I can't do, what you would like to do. But I do have a fence builder and he kind of needs to know so I can get with him.
Everybody knows where this is located, correct?
I believe we've had the cattle guard inspected and nobody seemed to have any problems with the integrity of the guard. So it's not necessary that it is replaced. As far as heavy equipment coming across there, that's not a bid situation. And the company who did the bidding that would be on them to figure out before they submitted a bid how to get access to what the work they've got to do. So I don't believe at this time we're inclined to spend $3,000 to $5,000 to replace the cattle guard. It's not necessary. The fence is certainly something that should be done because that will keep the cattle off the road, horses, cattle, livestock, keep them off the road. And we'll still have easy access to the sewer plant, and you'll have a secured property. Now, I'm not really completely familiar with the layout out there. I've been out there a few times, but I haven't looked at this specific issue.
Well,
But you're looking at running a straight fence on the west side all the way up to the ponds?
No,
No.
I'm replacing the south fence.
The
and-
south fence?
Yes,
Okay.
and I need to either put in a new cattle guard
Okay.
or we need to put in a gate, and I suggest a culvert be put in and a gate be put back off. It protects you from your sewer plant, the people going in there. Second of all, right now, the way the cattle guard is, you say that it's been inspected. I've had quite a few people come out and look at that cattle guard, and there is nothing built on the side that I can tie into. Let it go. We have had a problem. We have been up here, we've discussed it. Horses can go right around it. Yes, that is my problem, but at the same time, I've put up a cable gate to try to stop that. But if the cable gate doesn't get put back up, unless you guys want to explain why a horse got out, and I have to explain to one of my kids why their horse is dead.
Has there been an issue with the cable not being put back?
I think we all know there has been.
Well, I'm not aware that it has been.
I wasn't
That's why I
aware it
asked the
wasn't put
question.
back out.
Okay.
And I
Well,
did-
now you're aware.
I did address that, and have we had any issues?
We have not had any issues, but it is a worry I have, and I have to check it every day. And I was just out there with my fence builder, who does this all the time, and they said, I can't believe this cattle guard's still here. Exact words from fence builders, people that do this every day.
We did look into it and kind of where, in my opinion, can't speak for everybody here,
Yeah, I've
But-
been here from a few, so.
but yeah, the road is a city property. It's not our responsibility to keep your livestock off the road. That's yours.
So we could go, yeah, you're right, actually. We could go two ways with this.
You know, so that's kind of where it's at. We're not inclined to put a bunch of money into a cattle crossing to benefit one person. It works fine for us now. It's been inspected by a welder and others, and everybody's opinion is there's nothing wrong with that cattle guard.
Okay,
The stuff on the posts on the side could be.
so what can I do? If I do this myself,
Build the fence and give us 60 feet for the road and the easement.
so
But
if I put a culvert in and put a gate up,
You can't put it on our road.
I can't put it on your road to protect. So if I put a fence up, how am I supposed to stop them from coming out? If I put a culvert in, because that's my other issue.
Okay?
I need a culvert in because I have no drainage. That cattle guard needs to be pulled, cleaned out. You pull it. Have you picked it up and set it and see what it's sitting on? I have pictures.
I haven't been out there recently, but my understanding is there's more than just a filled-in cattle guard. There's issues for drainage on both sides, and it'll take a lot of work to make that drain properly. Otherwise,
Right.
we're just going to end up with a puddle of water into that cattle guard. No culvert is going to solve the problem.
So you're telling me you want to leave the cattle guard and I can build my fence up to it?
You can build the fence on the property lines going back towards the sewer or on the south side, either side of the cattle guard.
So if I put it, so you're telling me I need to put a fence up along the road, 60 feet on each side, and come in? Because my family has owned this place for over 80 years. We've never had a problem, and now all of a sudden we have a problem.
And for 8 years, we haven't really really had any issues with livestock getting over the cattle guard, have we?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
And there's times that fences go down, and that is a problem.
It is, and it's not our responsibility to look after your livestock.
But it is your responsibility to take care of your road, mow your 60 feet.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I got pictures. Is it your responsibility to take care of your musk thistle on your ponds?
The what now?
You have ponds on the back side.
Yes, yes.
Is it your responsibility to take musk thistle? How can I control mine if you have musk thistle coming?
I don't have an answer for that because I haven't looked into it.
That is why I'm here.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work with you guys
Uh-huh.
on getting something to protect my livestock.
Your livestock's your responsibility, not ours. Protect it from getting on our road and we'll be fine. That's it.
Where, can you just reiterate where you're looking to build? a
Yeah,
fence
is there
gate
like a,
For me?
Yes.
paint a picture for me of
Yes.
like what this,
So I have a small little map here of what I would like to do.
okay,
That would be
Yeah,
great.
And this, I know it's small, but
well, that's fine.
this is your road.
Mm-hmm,
You own 60 feet of that. So 30, middle of the road, 30 and 30.
mm-hmm.
I would like, my fence is gonna go in a little bit. I would like to L-shape it and put in a gate and come back in L-shape and tie into my arena fence. I would like to put a culvert here so I can get drainage to come, so all the water does not sit through here. Now, this is my problem, but if you're expecting me to put a fence all the way down
The cattle
there,
guard right now? Or where?
the cattle guard is right
at
about
that
here.
entrance, yeah, okay.
And the cattle guard needs to be replaced then. There is nothing on the sides, and it will not maintain a lot of stuff.
Do you have prices or any quotes?
I do have prices, but I realize those are prices for me. Am I pricing for you guys? I mean, that's what I'm asking. Are you guys willing to let me protect my livestock?
I mean,
I mean,
We
I
have
don't
a-
think there's a
we have
question
a-
about letting you
yeah,
protect your
we have
livestock.
a duty
and putting
to allow
that-
you to protect
Yeah.
your livestock.
Right?
The question is, are you asking for reimbursement
So
or, you
I'm
know?
I'm asking what I can do. This is what I would like to do, is put a culvert in, go in about 5 feet from where the cattle guard is, put a gate in, L-shape, a fence coming off, tying back into my fence.
Oh, yeah,
That helps a little.
So there's a nice road.
Then I have a misunderstanding about the direction we're trying to go here. So if you can put something together and present it,
yeah, that's,
so we can see.
Technically, it's his property.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's his property. If he
Yeah,
wants to
that's
put a
super.
fence on his property.
Your cattle guard
he
sits
has a
right
right to
here.
do so.
Yeah.
Okay? I would like to run my new fence and come like this,
Yeah.
L-shape, put a gate in,
Walk at my daughter's.
come back L-shape. That gives you access to your water meters, plus Barrington River Water has a meter right there,
okay,
Just straight.
and tie back into my fence.
gotcha. And then those aren't ours?
No, no, he
Okay.
owns the property on both
Oh,
sides.
on both sides,
Yeah,
it's just the road.
the
Gotcha.
arena fence
It's
is
60
over
feet
that
back.
way. Yeah, this, yeah.
Oh, this way.
Gotcha.
And then we never have to worry about this, because you guys may not be here, but I plan on being here for the next 30 years of my life.
On the
Oh,
gate
rightfully so.
that you have planning to put in, is it a bump gate? Like, what kind of gate is it?
It would be a swinging gate.
That somebody would have to
And
get
that
out,
protect,
open?
because I would think that you
or
guys
shut?
need protection from people going in.
I just pulled up.
With-
the
We have
Is it a
protection
manual
around
gate?
the lift
See how-
station and the
Well,
pond.
what's
area.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all have gates.
Do you have protection around that trash can that you
But I
throw
don't.
stuff in and leave open?
No.
No stuff.
I didn't think
Would
so.
you mind showing us,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
No,
I'm
need
looking
protection
across.
around
and-
it.
There's what?
This-
We talked about it.
Where's-
I asked you if we could put it out.
Yeah, and you did. And then, so now I'm here, and mainly because, why am I here, Austin?
See, this isn't, I don't think this is in.
Because your horses are getting out.
And why did my horses get out?
Because you say that the gate doesn't work,
The gate doesn't work.
the cattle guard.
I've had my mother-in-law call me 5 times saying the gate's not been put back up.
Well, there's no horses out there.
Just because they're not out there, they can walk out there. I open them up during the day, I pin them up at night. I mean, we can go 2 ways. To be quite,
Did you say that it doesn't have sides on it anymore?
They're gone, they've been taken down.
they've been
Who
taken,
took them down?
I don't.
they were laying over.
One of them was already detached when I looked at it about 6 weeks ago, to be honest, and I think that was the one on the east side. It was not attached.
Let alone, don't you check it every day?
Yeah.
I'm asking who took them down.
We had this all-
I did because they're laying there, and I have to mow that.
Brock, if you don't mind, this is, you're gonna go over here with the fences as well?
Yes, I would
Okay.
like, I'm gonna run a continuous fence for my property here, and it's gonna be a new fence, but I need to do something about this.
And so this, you say is gonna be about 60 feet is what you were looking for, is that what you said?
You guys own 60 feet of this,
Right.
Right.
and then when it gets back past here, it goes to 40
Past the old
feet.
ponds, it goes to 40. So what's the inlet here that you're looking at?
I would like, so where the cattle guard sits, I'd like to come in 5 feet and put a gate. So when you pull in, there's a culvert there, you drive over the culvert, and you're able to pull in, open the gate, and you can go.
So the town got.
Is it
Or-
not good?
Cattle guard will be gone.
Or it's up to you guys, if you guys want, if we're gonna go this way, then I guess we all go half and half, and we fence that whole thing, and I have to find a way to get in one side of my pasture to
See,
the
I
other.
wasn't out there for that,
This is the
but I was
most
told
possible.
to check out.
If I'm doing it for my own, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
And
Well, I was
It's
told
the
different.
ditch that, so you're just wanting to take out that cattle guard completely?
I would like to put a
And put in a
culvert
culvert
in
in.
and a gate.
I was.
And the gate is a main
I'll
gate, right? You
backtrack
have
on
to
what
get
I was
out.
saying, because
Yes, you
So
would,
I was
you
told that
wouldn't
when you
have
and
the
Kim
same
were out there,
fear
Kim said
that
it was
it wouldn't get closed?
no, it should get closed.
Well, no, I'm saying you should, but
And that's what I'm saying, I'm trying to get to where I don't ever have to even use that road.
Okay.
Like, I've had to go in there because.
you're only going because you're looking for the gate to be open.
Well, I go in there and I'm actually trying to get stuff out of there. All I want this to be is for my horses to be able to graze. I let them out in the morning, we pin them up at night. And the only reason I'm having a problem is where the cattle guard is. And yes, I did take that piece of pipe that's been laying down for quite a while. You and I have discussed this. You can sit there and act like this is like oblivious to you, but it's not.
Does everybody have a clear understanding? of
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
process?
backtrack a little bit because I had a misunderstanding about the integrity of that cattle guard. I'm getting now that it is pretty well rotted out on the bottom. So I had that information. So it looks like at some point in time, we're gonna replace the cattle guard. But then we come to the gate issue. That's where we're gonna make a decision about putting a gate across there.
Another thing, if you pull the cattle guard and put another cattle guard in,
Yes,
I can tie a new fence into it. But if you set a new cattle guard, you gotta clean it out. It's sitting on concrete blocks that have probably been there for 60 years.
at least, yeah.
We had a price on it.
And I have asked,
Oh, we just fiddled around with prices.
We had
I don't have a problem with the fence and the gate.
I don't either. That's.
but what I'm saying is if I do this myself, where you guys own the 60 feet,
Yeah.
do I send you a bill for your 60 feet? Or do I do it to protect myself? Because that's where I'm at.
If we replace the cattle crossing and we do the gate, are we good with that?
What do you-
Well, he
you're gonna
did
put-
want to go to a culvert, and
I do want to, I would like to go to a
And I'm
culvert
gonna-
because this protects you and this protects me in my long run.
But I'm gonna ask
obviously,
the dumb girl question, that like, why do you need a cattle guard if you put up a gate?
Yeah.
you gotta get out already, pull the cable now.
Yeah.
I'm just,
I don't
You
know
have a
about,
gate.
I don't know about bump gates, are they,
I would not like a bump gate. I would like a swinging gate that is chained up. And hell, if you wanna lock it, I'll pull everything through my alleyway and get it out of there. And I can always bring stuff in through my alleyway. But we gotta come to an agreement because, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I wanna get along, but you guys have got me to the point where I'm hot. So,
I think everybody's got a little clearer view of what's going on, so.
I appreciate you taking the time to.
so we put a culvert in there instead of a cattle guard, that's gonna be a lot less costly to start with.
and I can get the culvert.
So
How big a culvert?
I would like to probably go about a 24-inch culvert.
Isn't that what we kind of
Is that
talked
acceptable
about?
with the township?
We were in 20 to 24 is what we were
Yeah.
talking.
But
I thought
that
that's
is,
what we
the
had
deal
kinda-
about my fencing is, on your road, where I showed you this, where I would
Yeah.
make that L shape, that gate would be actually farther in here.
I just pulled up a bigger picture so it's a little easier. And then the other one that I have, if it helps at all, is Google Maps, but it is from '23, so it's old picture, but.
Sure.
But I just brought it up for anybody that needed.
You're gonna be set back in
We're all just gonna have
extra
some.
big.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just need to protect her.
Right.
We do, get on that.
Yeah.
In my understanding was you wanted to build a fence back here.
See, in the way
All the way
the water tries to go now, I mean,
Can't burn out.
that's a flipping disaster.
Township
If you put the culvert in where the water comes across there, and then your gate's gonna be back in here, to where you get off of the road to open the gate.
I would like to know what you guys want to do. Mainly, as mad as I am, I just want to get along, to be quite honest, people. I am sorry that Austin, I'm not trying to be that way, but we've had a few conversations, and it's not went well.
Now, if there's a culvert put in there, what's it gonna do for the drainage, the rest of the drainage? Are we gonna be?
Well, I'm gonna have to go in and make the ditches right, but if I do that, you know, I'm gonna have to do all this.
We doesn't have much drainage issue back here.
Right.
Yeah.
That water-
It floods, I know.
Floods right here.
Yeah, yeah. And this is where the natural drainage should be to go down to the,
John, is there any issues with township with,
No, as long as we stay within the easement, the culvert, if I understand Brock right, he's gonna put it closer to a gate, if I can. My assumption
There's
is
a
that
Google.
Brock, you'll put the culvert you'll want, and the township will assist in this, but the culvert will lay with the water path.
Like
Yes.
it's supposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yes.
that's where it should be. This is inverted, that's what's created some of the problem, because that water will come here, it'll stop here, and then it's gotta find its way around. And what, like Brock said, that cattle guard is somewhat plugged, so it's gotta be a lot of water, or high water for it to actually activate. So if he's thinking about putting a gate up here,
yeah.
I would strongly recommend that, that way your traffic can pull in here.
Right.
Out of harm's way, open the gate and proceed to come back and do the same thing.
Yeah.
So they're not sitting out here in traffic.
And we straighten out this run to the culvert. So it's
Right,
not-
that's
yeah,
exactly
well, you
right.
get the water to run.
That's what I would encourage. As long as we stay within the easement, that's where the township can assist. If we get outside the easement, that's out of our property, or out of our
Gotcha,
latitude.
gotcha.
But he's right, if that's, you can kind of see that hazy line there, how that comes up over
Yeah,
and
yeah,
down.
yeah.
We can keep that water flow going straight. Right.
Yes, and I've looked at it, and I've looked at it tonight. The ditches will have to be redone to
Yep.
make it work right, but I have to get a starting point because I am having a new fence put up, and they have to know what they can do
When
on
did
it.
it start,
He didn't know yet.
Andy?
Yeah, and that's what he was asking me is what,
The only thing, Brock, you get a Blackstone culvert.
there's some stuff out of Williams I can get.
I mean,
I would
you're not
probably-
gonna
I
do
would probably-
it, are you?
No,
Right.
I would,
Because you won't have enough earth,
Yeah.
probably to cover wings and all that. But we need to have enough earth.
yeah, and I figured I would get with you, and that would be the culvert. Mainly just proposing that we put a gate in that can be protected, and it protects you guys to your sewer, lagoons and all that.
And you're wanting the city to pay for the 60 feet of the gate, or the fence that covers the 60 feet of the
You own the
easement or
60
whatever?
feet, so that would be your,
Do you,
or.
for
my-
your
I mean,
estimate that
I
you
wanna
got,
come up
what's
with an
the
agreement
cost
that
per linear
protects-
foot
Yes.
of your gate? Like, on your quote you got, what is the cost per linear foot?
I can't get a quote because I gotta figure out what you guys were willing to do.
Gotcha.
What's Kim's gate cost, you guys remember?
I'm not gonna quote that.
So we would.
I'm acceptable to your plan.
Yeah.
And this can be worked out, like, this can't happen just tomorrow. Like, if we sit down, hey, I'll buy the gate, you pay this part of the, I mean, but we gotta come up to an agreement. Like, as mad as I am, there ain't no reason that we can't come up with an agreement and get along, because
I think it's
I'm
a
gonna have
great,
horses out there forever.
I think it's a great plan, and so now moving forward that we have a plan, can we just maybe get some pricing so that, because we have to approve that as
Yes,
a
and
council.
that is what this is.
So we'll
Yeah.
go with the setbacks that you're looking at, and then you can get some prices, right?
Yeah, and I can get some prices, and like I told him tonight, he just needed to know exactly what you guys, because I didn't know if you'd want to angle, if you'd want to just replace the cattle guard, and I have to, because that's the other thing. You reset a cattle guard, do you build your 60-foot of fence, and then I have to tie into it?
I'm for the culvert, we don't need a cattle guard, there's a
Okay.
gate there.
I understand that now, but that's what I'm saying. Let's-
He had to have some answers to move forward. so,
Yeah. So,
So,
I think what you proposed sounds good.
yeah,
Okay.
I apologize.
Nice meeting you. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Rob. Let us know if you went on the agenda next month, or
Okay,
if you'll
I will
have
let you know.
everything together. Okay. Okay. This time we're gonna ask that we go into executive session for attorney consult. And I'm gonna do 10 minutes.
10?
10.
Okay. Make a motion to go into executive session with attorney, for attorney consult for 10 minutes,
Starting at,
starting at 7:11.
What?
Oh, that clock's wrong, 7:08.
7.
We need to fix that.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Morgan, while we're in there, fix the clock.
Digital on that.
Find your
Yeah, I
key.
got it. Can we change it? Because I'm like 7:11. You're like, what?
I keep it
Just
quiet.
go by the clock we all see.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
so, make sure.
Hi, Tina. How are you doing? Good, bad?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't recognize you.
Oh, sorry, I came and looked at the curb.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, from PLI.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
I'm old, you know. I have to collect my thoughts.
That was fun.
I don't know why the rest of us can't go in there and make it.
Yeah.
I can't sit too long, I can't stand too long.
Okay.
We're just a train wreck.
So old, Tyler.
Everybody else ready to go for a smoke?
I was thinking about it, but no. Is this a smoke and tobacco-free area, or just smoke-free?
I have no idea.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Is this smoke-free or smoke and tobacco-free?
I don't actually know the answer to that. I know the door says no smoking,
Right.
but I haven't ever had anybody ask about tobacco use.
I was
Only
just curious.
only smoking. I know when I first started, I can't remember what, Red or Mimi, one of the girls stopped by and I vaped. And I was outside coming back from lunch or something, and I said, just a second, and I took a puff of it and blew it out, and she said, you don't do that inside? And I said, you can't smoke in here.
No.
I know it's not a cigarette, but you still cannot smoke in this building.
That is correct.
So I do know that, but yes, I don't know that there's anything against like chewing tobacco or smokeless.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever asked, and I've never looked into it.
I'm just curious.
I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes Aaron and I like to make the comment, we might have some problems in the city that we have to deal with, but at least we don't have these problems. Sometimes we'll get an email from another town on the group. And one lady asked what she could do as a city clerk because she has a council member that comes to the meetings and in the council room uses her vape during the meetings.
Oh, that's easy. It's not allowed.
Yeah, and she won't stop. She's asked her to go outside. She's told her she can't smoke in the building, everything. Nobody will support this clerk. And she's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get this council member to stop. And so sometimes emails like that come and I tell Aaron, whew, thank goodness we don't have this problem. We may have this complaint today or that complaint tomorrow, but at least we don't have this lady's problem. Like, I'm glad. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, there's always something, in every town. And until you're on that clerks group, you don't realize how much goes on in every other town. But yeah,
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah, but that's one of our favorite comments. At least we don't have this problem. We had, when it got really cold, there was a picture that came out in one of the weekly newsletters from the water groups. And there was a water tower that actually got so cold, somehow, I don't know how this works, it's crazy to me, but it actually froze the water in the water tower, and it ruptured the water tower, and it fountained out, but froze as it was coming out because it was that cold. It was when it was like -10 for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I said, whew,
At least we don't have that
I'm
problem.
glad that's not us. Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't imagine. Some of the problems people do have, I'm like, oh, you can keep it. I'll take this other complaint, but you can keep that one.
I'll keep that one.
Yeah, there's some bad stuff out there.
We'll see how effective my comment was.
I'm sorry?
We'll see how effective my comment was.
You see somebody do it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her husband was Julie, isn't he?
Who?
Her husband.
Oh. I guess I'm ready for attention.
Oh, I can spot that a mile away. Did you see it? We'll see if it's gone when he comes back.
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
Did I hear you're working for FedEx?
I am.
What are you delivering or? picking
No,
up?
I do the sort in the morning.
Oh, really?
So I
Where
sort it
at?
out off the Salina.
Oh,
I sort it out off the semi-trailers under the van so that they can make their deliveries.
cool.
I love it. It's awesome. Very physical,
I would say.
very physical.
Yeah, I ordered chicken broth through FedEx.
So, yeah, unfortunately, Canton stuff doesn't come from Salina.
Oh, really?
It might come from the bigger, I'm in the small facility. So,
Well, I ran into a guy I used to work with.
Used to come out of Salina.
it may come out of the bigger facility. They've got two down there, so don't tell me we're going to time that. I wish it did, because when I order something, I could just pick it up there at work and not have to work. But it is, yes. No, I like it that way.
You remember Rory?
Who?
Worked on 9.
Who?
Oh, I'm trying to think of his first name. Last name was Rory. Worked on 9. He's over the Amazon drivers out at the new
Oh,
facility
down
there
Salina?
in Salina.
Yeah, we have some that'll come over, and we have some people at work who do the sort, and then they go over and deliver Amazon packages too.
While you're there.
It's not too far off. Just a couple minutes.
I think his first name's
Let's see if
Adam.
her watch is right. Yep.
His first name's Adam. Rory.
I don't know who it is. Yeah, I go down, I do that part-time, and then I come home and I work on my business the rest of the day.
Good deal. Because you were at 24/7, weren't you?
Yeah, for about a year and a half. Working every fifth day off they could put me on. I just got done with tax season this year.
Yeah, you got a couple more days.
Mine are all done. I got 2 to e-files tomorrow and I'm done, as far as what I have currently. So, unless anybody throws up that, calls this week.
Is Canton growing bigger and bigger that you need bigger files?
Well, those are so full, before we got these, those were so full, we couldn't even get anything else in them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But our problem is that when we started, we weren't paying for Microsoft service, and we have HCI email. So HCI controls how much storage space you get on your email. And the only way to get storage space cleared up on your email is to save it to your computer. But we couldn't because we only had this much storage on the computer. So everything that came email had to be printed. and there was no more room in there. So we got these for free when American Energies closed their office down here.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got 3 of these. The maintenance shop got 1 or 2, 1 for sure. And then we're gonna give them those once we get everything cleaned out of there. So
What's in that place now?
John Shear bought it. I don't know what his plans are. I just know he purchased it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He's gonna own the whole town before long.
I know. Yeah. I think I hear him.
Did he buy the lot behind me?
I don't think it's sold yet. It doesn't sell till the 23rd.
Oh.
23rd, I think.
The lot behind you? Mm-hmm.
To the side of Truman King's house.
Oh.
The house isn't listed for sheriff's auction, but the lot next to it is.
Oh, okay.
So, I hear him, but I just don't want the door to suck closed.
It's getting chilly in here.
Go in here. Being
It
outside.
was
Nicer
hot
out
in here
there.
because
Being outside.
my thermostat quit, and Austin got it to run, but the screen won't light up, so it's either off or on.
So if we want it off, I have to pull it.
Yeah, all day today we were just kind of.
Oh, no, I have some.
Yeah.
No, there's no sugar in them. No, it's better.
And then the frustration level just.
I know, it's better to.
It's getting there.
Still work, thank goodness.
Okay, we return back at 7:19.
Well, I got some more.
Call the meeting back to order at 7:19.
Is it like an energy drink? No.
And no executive, no
sparkling.
Bye.
binding decision.
It's actually looking
Tina Peterson.
center discharge day.
What? Tina Peterson is up. Curbs and gutters. I did.
She did.
I'm sorry, I was
She
talking
did.
about Jerry. Yeah, I did. Tina.
Yes, I'm Tina Peterson, live 303 North 4th in Canton. And I'm here for checking out how things could work out for my curbing. I want quite a bit done on my front side and then the curb that got damaged a couple of winters ago. And then a little bit more on the south side. So,
West and south.
yeah, west and south. So,
The snow.
if there's anything else you need to know, speak up and be heard, because that's about all I can say.
So to kind of step in here a little bit, I'm gonna basically talk about Caleb here from PLI. He gave Tina a bid, and then I have a bid from J2 Concrete and Construction. Caleb's bid comes in with them making a saw cut on the street and ripping the curbs out and everything. And then coming back in, forming it, and putting rebar in the curb to make it more structurally sound, and then pouring the concrete and finishing it. His bid comes in at $11,440. And then, does anyone have any questions on that bid? It's like
Both sides.
it will, yeah. It'd be.
Yeah.
It'd be the west whole side, and then the corner, and then there's a little bit on the south side towards the east side.
So
Like
right
by
there,
the alley.
Right there by our alley, it looks like maybe someone at one point had a curb cut there, like it might have been a driveway or something, and basically the stand-up curb is cut off.
There was a driveway there at one
Okay.
point,
That's what it looked like, and so
25 years ago. And a house.
so basically there's 30 foot there, cutting that out, and then her west side coming down, and just around that corner right there, the southwest corner's got the flower bed. Cutting out, it's 210 foot total, those two areas, 180 on the west, 30 on the southeast corner, and just going back with a like curb, a stand-up curb like she has now, with a 6x6 stand-up curb on it.
And the gutter is, it's just a curb or?
No, so it'll be a curb and gutter. It'll look, we're basically going the same profile as is over there now. Yes, sir. So,
There's no bar in there now?
probably not.
I don't think
There
they've
isn't
seen,
on my corner that's missing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Probably not, which is probably why a lot of those stand-up curbs in town have sheared off.
Yes.
So that was my thought on including that.
and then the other bid comes in at 7,000. And that's them removing and disposing of curb and gutter and installing there's 100, this one has 110 approximately, it says, linear feet on Fourth and 25 approximately on the south side.
He's only got 110 on the west side?
That's what he has. He says approximately.
It's 180.
That's good.
Can you tell me the name of that company again, please?
J2 Concrete and Construction.
Thank you.
And that's without rebar, I'm assuming.
I'm looking real fast. I do not see rebar in this proposal.
Ideally, I would like to see us come up with some kind of plan to move forward on this when we have residents that want to improve the look of curbs and gutters. You know, how do we want to approach this?
That we share the
One
cost.
question would
Yeah,
be,
whether we share the cost of
when that
material,
street's going to be
labor.
redone
I
eventually in the
inquired about
plan.
that a few years ago, and they said it was the homeowner's responsibility.
Yes.
I know that.
Yeah, and then, yes, that is true, but we also did kind of a deal with the church to where we did that. It was, kind of 50-50 with that. And I thought, based on memory, that's kind of what we were looking at doing, moving forward, is to kind of
That's
do
what
some
I
of
want
that.
to hear, I
So,
guess.
my question is, when that street goes to get redone, right, as we plan to do with all the streets, will it not get torn out and redone again?
Yes, it will.
Well,
Yes, it will.
It has to, doesn't it? I mean,
It
in
doesn't-
order to do
it-
a street, like,
It doesn't necessarily have to, but what the contractors are going to tell you is it's not worth the headache of trying
Trying
to
to cut
save
it out and stay
210 foot
away,
of
yeah.
curb. You just want to blow through there and demo it all out, and it's going to save you in the long run on labor because
Right.
you don't have to
Exactly.
worry about selective demolition.
Yeah.
You can just go through there. So, there's that.
But realistically, before we get to doing anything on Fourth Street,
we're budgeted for other streets.
yeah, and I mean, we're 7 or 8 years out before we ever get to that.
What is the cost of the work without the rebar? I mean, is there a point to put in rebar if eventually it's gonna get torn out?
If it's gonna be 7 or 8 years, you could probably get away with not putting rebar in it, but also, to tell you the truth, that's not gonna save you a ton. It will obviously save you a little bit, but we're talking about like 3 pieces of.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if it
rebar,
was
so
even
it's-
worth
Yeah,
it
it's
yet.
not, I mean, we could definitely do it that way, and I can tell you how much it costs.
But it's not gonna change that much.
Probably not.
The 7 to 8 years, that would be very optimistic.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, well,
What I have noticed, since I've spent quite a bit of time messing around cleaning out the gutter and so on and so forth, I don't see any real damage to the concrete, what's in the street. But obviously the curb itself is where the issue is.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is if it's going to be torn up anyway, you don't really need rebar, in my opinion. What do I know?
yeah, I mean, I think she's got a point.
But see, without the bar to tie the sections together too, that's one of the reasons we got some of the sunk sections.
Yes.
Because we don't, the base moves around and things adjust accordingly. The bar would tie it all together.
And
honestly, more than likely, if you guys are redoing that street eventually anyways, the entire profile of the curb is gonna change anyways. So
Yeah.
you're to like a more traditional city curb, so you're probably tearing it out one way or another regardless one day. So, you know, if you left the rebar out of it, you could, and but like I said, the juice might not be worth the squeeze. I would also say too, just kind of a sidebar, I would recommend to you guys that you have your other bid
Relook at the
apples
right,
to apples
yeah.
to what I am, because it sounds like if he's got, what, 70 less
Feet,
feet
yeah.
than me.
Just on one
we're
side, it's like
actually-
75 total.
We're actually probably pretty close
Yeah.
in price, so I would just, for your guys' sake, I would probably ask for him to look at it again. And I don't, maybe, you know, he came around the curve there on the southwest corner of the lot and didn't go quite as far as I did up the street maybe, because I know that we discussed going past that little drainage valley that's kind of between Tina's house and this, so.
Yeah, if I figure out the price per foot, it's like a $3, not even a $3 difference,
Okay,
so.
Yeah. And I did measure it myself also, and I came up with 174 and 25
Yeah, so.
of what we had talked about. So I mean, that's a
Caleb,
lot
what was
closer
your
than.
total per footage?
I had
210
210 total.
okay.
Yeah. And you know, we could get, a lot of the times we'll do on something like this, we'll just. So I'll say, you know, in this case, we could take the 210 foot by, I'm at, what, 11 foot, so it's like $50-some a lineal foot, and we can, when the job is actually done, you guys can go out there with a roller and say, it's truly actually 203 foot, and then we only get paid for what we actually do, you know, that's pretty typical on city jobs, like unit price jobs, so.
One of the important things would be that if we're gonna go into this kind of situation, and we're sharing costs and stuff on replacing the curb and gutter, do we not wanna make sure we got the same people doing the work, because we want the same kind of.
I mean, it'd be good, but
It's.
are you guys gonna basically tell him that, or if whoever gets the bid for one set of curbs, that, hey, you got the bid for every curb that we're gonna do?
I'm just throwing it out.
I know, I'm just saying,
I
like,
mean, might
it's hard
be a
to
good
say
price
that
point,
we're gonna
marketing.
use the same contractor for everything in town. I'm certainly not trying to price myself out of the job here or anything, but is on something on like curb and gutter, you're gonna get pretty much the same thing. You know, if someone's got, you know, good concrete experience, your curb is curb, you know. It's not the end of the world.
Hey, you don't have a concrete machine, do you, doing this stuff, you're.
So we do have a curb and gutter machine,
Okay.
but that's for new curb. You can't, I mean, you could use an existing street, but we would have to make like a whole new form for it. So right now, most of our forms, the profiles come down like it's a new curb that you're just, like you would see on like a new street that uses the form edge for the paving. So essentially we would have to buy a new form for it that one side still comes down the back side, but instead of coming down for this front side, it would level out and sit on top of the asphalt. And it would just be way cheaper to just do it by hand at that point than buy a new form. So for 210 foot, you know, if it was something where we were doing thousands of feet, then it would be worth buying the new form. So that's why we decided to just price it as hand pulled.
So we need to get a little better bid from the other gentleman.
It's I would suggest that you guys do that, honestly.
Well, I think if we're gonna open this up, just from a standpoint, if I'm a regular citizen and I watch this meeting and I have crappy curb, the first thing I'm gonna do is go, oh, well, the city's gonna pay for 50% of it, I'm gonna go get me a bid too. And the next thing you know, you got 50 people in here wanting all their curbs done and they want the city
It's
to
not
pay
a
for
bad
half.
thing, though.
It's not a bad thing,
I-
but
We
we do
got a lot
have a
of-
budget.
We do have a lot
And
of
if we're
silk
going
getting
to
in the
set
curb.
a precedence, we need to set a cap on that precedence, a yearly expenditure, and a percentage that we're willing to pay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we're going to open up a can of worms that we are not ever going to get out of. And then
And
next
we
thing you
have
know, we have
roads
all
we
new
can't
curbs
drive
on
on.
all bad streets.
Yeah, we have roads we
Yeah,
can
we've got
barely
roads
drive on.
that you can't drive on, and we'll
Right.
replace some of these.
So,
You know.
I just wanna throw it out there that
So-
I'm not against helping,
But you're right, that you bring up
replace,
a good point.
but we
need to-
have to be smart about what we decide we're willing to do. And we need to
Cap,
put it in order, like, the city is willing to pay X percent, you're responsible for the rest, you know, and it has to be approved. Once we meet our yearly budget cap, no more people can file a claim for that year. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait for next year. You can get on a list, do whatever, you know, so that way if we've done 5 people or whatever, and then the 6th one comes in, but we've met our budget, we say, okay, well, you'd be on the first agenda for 2027, you know. If you want to proceed with it prior to that, we can't stop you, but if you want 20% or whatever the percentage is, then it's gonna
Okay.
have to be budgeted for that.
So it sounds like we need to get an apples-to-apples bid, and we're gonna need to discuss this again. We're currently putting the budget together for 2027, correct?
Yep.
So we could certainly include that in the budget if we can put everything together, but it's gonna take some further discussion and more information to do this. But I'm not opposed to doing share cost on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not either. I just think we need to make sure we set our limits appropriately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I would
absolutely.
suggest you get with Josh on the other quote.
Yeah.
And
I
then
like the idea.
we can maybe have a workshop on this.
Yeah.
I would also say too, just to jump in on the reason I didn't really bother, we're happy to break out pricing for, you know, I know Austin, I talked about maybe if he goes and does the demo and we take that out of our number to try to save you guys a few dollars, we're happy to do that. We're happy to, hey, I need to see it, like
I like that idea, too.
this percentage is the city, this percentage is the resident that's got it. Anyway, you guys need to break it out, just let me know, I'm happy to
And
help.
the only issue I take with that is our maintenance department is busy enough.
Right, but I also feel
Okay.
like we have 3 employees who we could, you know, schedule appropriately to accommodate so many projects per season, because obviously you're not gonna do it in December when it's snowing out, right? So there's going to be a seasonal time frame for it, and I think if we plan properly and we set it up properly and the people who want it come in and we schedule it appropriately, we have the ability to expend our maintenance people to
So I'll
perform
say,
jobs.
you're gonna have to tell us what you could do.
That's fine.
That'll be part of the discussion, so.
I mean, if it makes it any easier for you guys, I can just, you know, we can price it like, here's me.
Yeah, you could
here's-
break it out.
Here's me doing the demo, here's me not doing the demo, and if Austin's busy, then we're happy to, you know, we're happy to do
And now,
that.
if you do the demo, you'll dispose of it too. right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, there is that.
It's not
There
hard to
is-
get
there
around,
is that,
it's not
yeah.
hard to get rid of concrete pieces around here.
No, there's
not
probably
any-
Honestly.
That's all we need.
Do you
For us.
understand where
Okay.
we're at here?
Uh-oh, Reese.
Getting too many mixed in.
Okay, do you understand where we're at?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
I totally understand
Okay.
that. But
All right.
along with the other quote, he did say he would work with the city if they were going to do the cutting out.
Yeah, it did say like $750 if we were gonna tear it out.
What do you got, Reese?
If you guys have an in-earnest cost share approach, what you can do is you get valid bids from the start, do your due diligence there. That competitive bidding is then satisfied for a stretch of time. If it's like for 2027, we're gonna contract with whoever on, we've got this pool for cost share amount, we're gonna pay X percent, they're gonna pay X percent. Normally, then there's a statute that allows for cities to actually pay the entirety of it, then you bill the individual resident for their portion of it, and if they don't pay it within 30 days, it's a special tax assessment. So that way, you're not running afoul of your contractor now trying to track down a portion payment from a bunch of different people, so.
Yeah, that was another question I actually had. I'm glad you said something about that. Is I did leave tax out of the number, or actually I think I didn't. I broke out remodel tax, I believe. Yeah, I did. So without, I don't know if that's going to be exempt or not based on who pays for what, so
But if the city pays for all of it, and then it's just a program that we implement within the city that, we have this cost share program with our residents.
Sounds good.
And then you can assess that on special then, just
If
for
they-
that property?
If they don't pay it, he said.
Or could that could even be an
Well,
option?
I think they should have to show proof of, like earnest money or something, like, it's something we can discuss in workshop, but just like if you go to bid on an auction, you have to show proof of funds, of so much before you can submit even your application to be a bidder.
Yeah.
So if people are interested, they
Do you want to kind of put something together for us with the workshop?
Sure.
Yes, you did.
Well, I can guarantee you I will pay my share.
Oh, I know you
Yeah.
will, Tina.
Crystal looked at KSA 121808.
We'll get us a
Okay.
little bit better bid, and Caleb, if you could break yours out just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, absolutely happy to do it.
Okay.
I can, tomorrow I can just break out the demo and
Okay,
send it over to y'all. Not a big deal.
okay, all right.
Cool.
Okay, are you good
I'm
with that?
good. I'm
Okay, good? Okay.
Thank you, Tina.
Thanks, Tina.
You're welcome.
Thanks for making our block look great.
Okay, we are gonna move on,
Thank you.
601
Yeah.
South Kansas Avenue property, it's the Shiloh property.
Going out here. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Can I give a comment before you start, just so everybody
Okay.
knows? So we have and not we as a city, but in the city, there is an issue with addressing at that property. And I think it probably stems from when Shiloh existed and it was addressed 601, they also owned the duplex and it was addressed 601, and now there's an issue because if anybody builds any building on it, I have to be able to give it an address, and I can't. That makes sense. So the first problem that I ran into and realized is the only options on that side, if you go on how addressing systems work, is 601 and then 603 and then 605, next house. Well, 603 is already assigned to Hillenberg Oil, so you're out on the highway, so there's nothing in between. So I did some digging on how this all works and finally spoke with John Kinsey from Planning and Zoning with the county and Derek Moose with County Mapping, because they're all involved kind of in the process. And the first portion of the issue, I was able to begin a resolution by assigning that property a new address. It's still
That property, what property?
the old Shiloh
Okay.
that the city owns. Because the city owns it, I was told by John Kinsey and Derek Moose with Mapping both that it's best to do it now while the city owns it to get the process started, because then you don't have to go and talk to the landowner and get their permission and all the things. I literally submitted an application to the county and said, here's the old address and here's the new one. Thank you for your time.
What's the new address?
509 South Kansas. It's not official yet. I'm just letting you guys know that it is in the works to be changed, because especially for emergency purposes, I feel like, somebody says 601 and you're chasing 3 different properties, and that's, yeah. I will look at
So
the.
601
and it's
then
because
is a duplex that is behind the Shiloh.
currently, yes.
Okay.
I will work on that in the future.
And the last address, I'm assuming before that, is 507.
Yeah,
So you went to
507 is the only address in the 500 block because it's surrounded by houses that face the
The
other
way,
street.
yeah.
But 509 made the most sense.
Yeah.
And so I did submit an application for that to be changed.
Okay.
I also talked with Kansas Gas and Evergy and HCI. so that everybody knows.
Okay.
Once the county approves the change, then they send it, I sent it to county mapping. They send it to the county appraisers, they send it to the county clerks, and they send it to 911. So it gets out everywhere it needs to go from there. And then we'll get an approval back. So I'll let you know when it's been officially changed. I just wanted to let everybody know while we're discussing it that is in the works.
So right now it's 601/509.
Yeah, it is currently 601, but the poor duplex is, every utility has it listed as a different address, and the people that live there, I said, what's even on your driver's license? Like, what even,
Yeah,
they're just as
The road to
confused.
it is marked 601B or something like that.
That was the guy who lives in one side of the duplex decided he was putting that sign up so that he could get his Amazon packages. So, yeah, but
Wow.
it's
Okay.
a huge mess. So I just wanted to know, I started the process, I am giving that property a new address,
Okay.
Okay, great.
just to clear up a
Good
lot
job.
of problems.
All right.
Well, Tyler, I think you're up.
Fair enough.
He's the only one.
Well, I brought pictures.
Good.
We're excited.
We like pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep the all screwed up one, don't worry. Well, one of them the wind got hold of, so. Home sweet home here, you know. Yep, that one's mine. Mine is this one. I have an extra one if you want this. There you go.
I'll look at it for
Got an
now,
extra
and I'll
one.
make a copy for you. I'll make sure
All
it
right,
gets.
well, Tyler Lacy, I think everybody knows me by now. I mean, this is the building, we're looking at building there, we'd like to build there. You know, I mean, things fell through, I guess, with the last one, so we're back on the chopping block here. You know, our bid still stands. I mean, that's the building, I know the issue, a lot of it was sales tax dollars that we don't generate. We work on most of the city equipment, we work on most of the township equipment, we work on stuff for the fire department. Everything's tax exempt. You know, and that's a big part of it. However, this building we're looking at building is 10,000 square feet and 24 feet tall. And our estimated property taxes will be $6,772 to the city of Canton every year. Our total property tax is $24,000 on this building. And so that's, I mean, in 2 years you would get back what we were under.
And you still have the existing building.
And we're planning on keeping the existing building. If we get to the point where we're gonna sell it, it's kind of, well, we keep it for now and go with what we've got, but it's easy because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Are you stuck on this poopy color?
So this is actually, so have you, well, so
like
the
baby.
color doesn't look good here. Have you been up to Gypsum?
Yes.
That copper building?
Oh, uh-huh.
That's this color.
Okay, it didn't print well.
It's copper.
I'm like, do we
It's
want
copper,
that color right off the highway?
It is copper.
Okay, got it.
Copper with black, everything.
Is that Gypsum or Roxbury?
Rocks.
Roxbury.
Whichever one's the farther
Yeah.
one, Roxbury.
No,
Nope,
Gypsum.
Gypsum's the farther one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Roxbury then Gypsum.
Okay, my bad.
When you first
I'm
pull
sorry.
in, it's that big copper.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that. It's sharp.
Yeah.
You can't miss it if you want it to.
Well, you wouldn't have missed this one either.
No, yeah, no, it's just.
I'm just
not
giving
great.
you a hard
But
time.
that's where, you know, we wanted to build it, so basically, when you drive by the school, this would be what you'd see. And pull it towards the front. I've talked to John a little bit, deal with him, but tentatively have something worked out where we can keep all parties happy, and put a nice fence up for his duplexes in the back. And where we want to build this is towards the south of the property. That way it's not towards the houses, towards the north.
So
If
the
that makes
garage
sense.
doors, would those be
So the doors would be on the,
the south side, or on the north side?
That would be
no,
on the
they would
east side.
be on the east
On
side.
the-
Yes,
okay.
I'm trying to Yeah, on the east side.
So
on
that would be
back
the
side
front
of the
facing
building.
Kansas?
Yeah, so this
Okay.
would be, when you drive on Kansas, that would be what you would see.
Gotcha.
And then the doors would be then on
What
the
are
back
your
side.
hours of operation?
9 to 5.
9 to 5, you don't
You know,
typically work any?
During
shift
harvest, we
work
do
or-
some, but we're not there,
Okay.
during harvest, or it's.
You're out with the trucks.
You're
Yeah,
out
we're
in the
out and
field.
about in the field.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, at 95, 85, it's pretty.
Now, the setback off the houses is roughly how many feet off the alleys there?
Off the alley,
The building from the alley.
or on the other side of the property.
They're gonna come on the south side.
Yeah. We're looking at building it
Side
towards
is
the
away
south
from the
side.
houses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
towards the highway.
Yeah.
but there's gonna be property between the building and the alleyway for the houses.
Or the houses, they're like off Fairview.
Off Fairview,
Oh, yeah.
what's the setback off those houses, roughly?
So this building's 125 feet long, and this property's like
400 and...
I thought it was like 600.
Hold on, I'm looking
It's
right
like
now.
600 feet long.
It's bigger than you realize.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, 300.
283 is depth, and the width, so north and south, is 438.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be considerable.
So the property between the building and the houses, what are you gonna do with it?
Well, we've actually looked at putting up like a 3-sided building on the house side,
Okay,
and it's for storage.
Okay.
I mean, not like a lean-to, but like,
Right,
so
I
we
know,
can park
yeah.
things out of the weather,
right, right.
and
And that would also help with noise and other
well,
things?
so, and part of the deal with the John's duplex is that we're gonna put up a fence. We can't just put up a 1-row fence, it's gotta at least have 2 sides.
Right.
So that's kind of where, I know there's an easement there, the city has an alleyway, technically behind those houses, because you gotta get to the power lines, and
Right,
so we, well.
That's more a utility easement for,
Yeah,
yeah.
we figured we would just 90, nice privacy fence everywhere.
Gotcha.
That way it kind of helps everybody out, but really our plan is to do everything we can on the other side of the property. Because we'll park park stuff over there, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as far as keeping it looking nice and stuff, I don't know if anybody's been out to the property we got now, but I mean, we're working on it still. It's, it was pretty dirty
Yeah.
turd when we got it, so. We spent a lot of years polishing that thing and, hauling rock in and stuff like that, cleaning it up, but that's kind of, we're proud of where we're at, and we want to continue to grow and expand and things like that, and we are completely at room. I mean, there's 5 combines parked over there right now. We don't have room, and we don't have any more room for technician. We don't have any more room for guys to hire more people to grow or anything like that.
Now, when you moved into town, you had the little shop on Olive.
Yep, at the house there.
How long did that last? 6 months?
Yeah, not even 6. Basically, it was just for
Yeah.
the trucks,
And
little stuff,
now
but-
you've outgrown the
Yeah.
shop that you have.
And we looked, the biggest problem is we looked at expanding it, we're so landlocked that that's our problem.
Yeah.
And I understand that, we need to grow, we need room to grow, and there's not, other than this, there really isn't anything, so it's kind of our idea to, solution, for now, and.
Currently, how many employees you have?
4 of us.
4 of you.
There's 4. And so we don't have, everything's big. We can fit 4 combines in there right now, but that's it. In a building this size, we should be able to fit 8 pretty comfortably. And we've got 1 guy that we could hire tomorrow if we have room. We don't have room to put him, so I can't hire him, We've got the work, we just don't have any room, so.
When you started in town was how many years ago?
We went into business in 2020.
Okay. So in 6 years, you've seen pretty substantial growth.
We average 27.5% every year. So we're looking to jump, big jumps, so we're kind of out of room.
How soon are you looking to get started with this?
At the current moment, it might be a little bit, kind of letting the stuff overseas die down, because I'm sure the metal prices went up since
They did,
this fall when we got
substantially.
this estimate, with the fuel prices, but I'm pretty afraid it's going to come. It's always goes up and down, and it's gotta come back down eventually. And that's kind of where we're at, you know, we get started on getting the concrete filled up and getting all that stuff done pretty quick. That's stuff we're gonna do on our own. The rules are a little different if we get it versus hiring somebody to do it, so. We've got places to put most of that isn't here. It isn't an eyesore in the middle of the road.
Refresh my memory, I can't remember what the bid price was.
To remove the concrete?
No, for your bid.
6,000.
Okay.
And one,
that's right.
One.
gonna say, I've got 'em right here.
6,000.
I couldn't remember for sure.
Yeah, but that, I mean, that's, you know, I got a few bids from the same guys that Nick got bids through to peel the concrete out, and I'm like, guys, we're gonna do this ourselves. We're not doing this the same. I talked to the guys that did it when you guys had the building door down. Ooh, boy.
So I just want to verify for my notes. You're planning on building it facing Kansas, but kind of down in this corner?
Yeah, so if you look at each wing of that, each wing is 124 feet long.
Okay, and this was?
125.
Oh, okay. So
that kind of puts it
roughly-
in,
Yeah.
like each one, like the northeast wing and the southeast wing, and like every one of those is 124 feet long.
And you're gonna set this back how far out to Kansas?
Not very far, because we've got to get room behind it.
Yes, yes. You have office space and parking and.
Yeah, and that's like the small door in the front, it's like parts, shipping, delivery, parts,
Gotcha.
little stuff, you know,
HR.
skid loaders.
So you're building over top of the basement?
What's that?
You're building over.
Well, I think we're gonna try and go just basically put the basement
Kind of.
right here.
Right there?
Right,
Okay.
just going right around it. It's kind of where either setting it back just far enough so you know what I mean? Because the basement's, I guess I don't have that one. If I remember right, the basement's like right there.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, we're trying to set it back and basically put it
Gotcha.
right there in front, but, I mean, we've got stuff to fill it in. I've got a whole bunch of those 1 cubic yard concrete blocks that we were planning on putting in there to begin with, and I've still got them, and I need somewhere to put them.
There's a pile of concrete out on Kansas Avenue too that I'm.
Well, so it's those big
Sure needs
blocks
some
that
somewhere, Helen.
Kenny left there years ago, and they're just falling apart. Well, they weigh almost 6,000 pounds each. I was like, what are we gonna do with these? I don't know. We're gonna have a basement. I've got an idea.
Well, while you're throwing things in there, I have an old
If you
step
can move those
behind
other
my
concrete
garage.
ones, have them. I can't move them.
Really? Yeah, they're huge. They're in the way. Nobody wants them. Like, well, they're gonna just stand there nice and ugly then, like they have been for 40 years, but. So yeah, that's what I got. That's, like I said, all that's still up for it, and I can write you guys an earnest money check, a down payment, a deposit, whatever. I'm pretty serious about getting going on it, so.
And we're all well aware of the situation with the Shiloh property, and I'm inclined to make a motion to accept the second bid and from Kansas Equipment, sell that property. I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Fair enough.
Took a while.
Cool.
Ernest,
Here we go.
what?
We'll get a
Will you get there?
contract, I'll get that over revised to you, and then you can approach Tyler.
Okay.
And you're authorized to do it, and the signature's required on it anyway, so
Yeah.
it's a done deal, we just need to move it forward.
Fair enough. Well,
I
thank
hope you
all.
like your new
I appreciate
address.
it.
Yeah.
Don't be like your new.
509.
If you
Well-
build a building to the north, it's not getting an address.
It's one thing.
No.
You can put up a B sign like the one guy did.
Right.
So in the interim, does he use the old address or the new?
Until it's approved, it's still 601.
Until the paperwork's done, I bet you by the time the paperwork gets done, legal
I know,
and stuff.
I'm hoping that'll work
It'll
out
be the same.
time-wise.
Could that be included, that there's an address in process.
We can,
Yeah.
Okay.
That way it's all
Thank you.
taken care of.
You may get some packages for 601 still, full disclosure.
It's fine.
They say that they're routinely left everywhere.
I'm sure.
Well, you have enough room on the front to add nice big numbers, maybe.
Right.
Clear things up.
You can put a combine on a pole up there, he said.
That'd be pretty cool. They have like miniature combines that they use for test blocks, like they fit in the, like on a flatbed truck. You know, like you see the Dodge Viper on a pole.
Go up there to Kinsey and they got the planter stand.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anything.
Are we ready?
Okay, thank you, Tyler. We are gonna move on, the 6-month CD at the state bank is due to be renewed on the 14th.
Any questions?
So I just want to get approval to do something with that.
How much is it?
Question, where are we at with all the projects we have going on in share cost? Is this, we're gonna
Got a list.
tie this one up for another 6 months, or? 'Cause
Here.
we're 6 months out of many of these projects we're working on.
Right now, the CD, we had put in the 250,000,
Okay.
and the accrued interest is $4,494
Okay.
at the end of this, which would be the 14th. And that was at 3.75?
Where are you looking? I'm sorry.
The interest.
The current, this is the current CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it's
So it's
currently getting.
375.
Or was this an older one?
No, there was
This is-
a previous that was
Okay.
4.
But I'm thinking he quoted me at 3.25. Because that's what our newer one's at, I believe.
I
Anyway,
think you're right.
I'm pretty sure.
That paper I didn't bring.
So I guess the question that I had is, when these share costs come due, are we gonna have, we have things that are gonna mature about that time?
So, the only thing I have currently that we are obligated to pay on out of our own funds
Yes.
is one project. We have KDOT cost share Main Street Improvement Grant. We have a 25% match,
Yes.
which is $185,375. But with that, we also have to pay, on top of that 25%, preliminary engineering and design, construction engineering and inspections, right-of-way, utility, non-participating items, and any cost that exceeds the maximum award. We did receive a bill today, the first bill for engineering services for this. I didn't get a chance to read it over fully, but I didn't see any sort of percentage as far as, this is the first 25% of my service or what, but the bill was $8,900, and it does say his cost will not exceed $40,000.
That's what we, yes.
And that was, in an agreement.
Yeah.
But, so we did receive, our first bill for that.
We don't know when that project's gonna start or when it's gonna be completed, so we really don't know. When's our other CDs mature? Will we have access to cash to pay the bills?
Oh gosh, let me grab my book, and I'll give you the dates, 'cause I don't have that on my papers. But it's right.
Thinking those are coming out.
Yeah, I
That's
thought we had one in
about what I thought,
August,
too.
August, October.
CD bid. But I was thinking it's October.
Fall. It's definitely the fall.
About the time that project is finished.
About the time the project is finished, yeah. So we should have.
Preliminary.
And we
They're gonna
have
start in
cash,
June.
we have cash.
Wasn't that the
sitting
preliminary
in the-
Kennedy plan was in June?
So we have
Yeah,
enough,
It was some
We
July
have
stuff,
enough.
yeah.
so we have
That
enough
would just
cash
be
to
dropped
pay
down on
if, yeah.
Okay,
we
so
can
we're
move down
good.
that.
Yeah.
So we're good to renew this.
To renew
Yeah, I
this.
think
Yeah.
we're good to renew it. I believe we have cash on hand.
Okay, so we'll do a motion to renew that 6-month CD.
Well, yeah,
You wanna do that?
I want to tell you that I did check one other bank, and it's not local, and they were at 3.7 for 9 months. And I'm just going to throw that out there. I've got to do my due diligence, so.
what is the length of time you would be renewing the CD? Would it stay the same, 6 months?
6 months.
Well, with the state bank, yes. It's 6
So
months.
I have from Cheryl at this school, she sent me the link for the website. It's only a 1-week period, so obviously it can change before Monday, because it expires Sunday, but this is the minimum investment rate a bank must offer to secure public funds. It's from the state of Kansas. For a 6-month CD, it's 3.7 this week. So,
And what are they offering us?
I'm pretty sure we're at 3.25.
Then you should probably put it in the bank that gives us money.
Sorry. I guess what we
this
need
isn't
to-
from a bank. This is
No,
from
no,
the state
no.
of Kansas.
Right,
And
right.
Anyways, we need to verify what the rate is before we make it.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
So we have the
Do you-
14th is
do you
when it
have your
matures,
other
and we have to do something
Yes.
at that time.
Look at the last one that we did at the state bank.
Because this one says
The rate.
3.75.
Yeah, I know, and I think that was an old rate.
That's why I'm like,
so the other CD
one-
we have at the state bank is, yeah, I'm just making sure, yeah, 9-month CD. It's at 3.5.
3.5, okay.
9 months is for this.
If I can get it at 3.5, is that,
Reinvest it at the highest rates you can find.
okay,
I mean, is that fair?
okay.
Is there any downside to not keeping it local?
Not really.
2.7%. Or, what was it? 1.27%.
0.2,
Oh,
if
there.
it's 3.5 and 3.7,
3.25 and then
0.2.
He didn't give me a piece of paper or anything, he just said the rates were.
45.4.
Okay, so I make a motion to reinvest that CD when it rolls over on the 14th at the highest rate available.
Okay.
And whatever bank or financial institution.
Financial
that-
institution.
Yeah, financial institution that can provide the highest rate. So, okay.
Oh, that was your motion.
Yeah.
That's my motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, let's move on. Office desk. I don't know if we have any.
I
There's no
sent,
printout.
I sent everything out by email and then I brought in 1 copy. Because sorry, I just gotta put my stuff back together.
Do you happen to have any particular pictures of layout or anything that you're wanting?
Yes and no.
Do you have any visual aids, Morgan?
Yes. Yes, Dana. Okay, so Erin and I have been discussing, talking, figuring up what we could do, what would work. We've tried everything. We got these file cabinets for free from American Energies when they were getting rid of stuff in their office, and they had desks to get rid of. They have a desk, obviously not like this, but this shape, where you just sit in the middle. And what we thought initially was we could flip it inside out and use it in there, but we can't because it's actually physically tied together underneath. It only fits one way. So the maintenance shop got the desk, and then we just told her we weren't interested in the other desk. She didn't have anything else that would fit in there. She had one credenza, which was like 9 feet long and 2 feet tall, seemed like, and it didn't fit. So we started looking into what else we could do, yes. And we tried our best to get local quotes. We had several people come in, and then finally we took measurements ourselves and figured out kind of what we could do. We discussed, obviously somebody would have to come and remove or fix after we remove what's there. And we could just buy 3 6-foot tables like that, but obviously nicer, and we'll just hook them together in a T-shape and make it work for us. And that was our plan until we realized the electrical is in the wall that's in there now, so if we tear that desk out, there goes the electricity, so that doesn't exactly work.
So what's your layout?
So a T-shape.
A T-shape.
So it would come out this way from the window where the current tall portion of our desk is now. It would come out. I would sit on one side, Erin would sit on the other side, and the front of the desk, if you stood at the front, you'd be facing this way. So it would come out and tee this direction.
So you
So
would
you'd
walk
be
in the
facing-
store? No. So you would walk in the store here, and when you walk this way, the desk would be.
So
You'd be
This
facing
is-
both of them.
This is the actual, like, this is north.
Oh,
and
okay.
This is that window that's
Oh,
back there
okay,
now.
gotcha.
This space would be the divider between two sides. This is where our current
The-
desk sits,
yeah.
basically. So yeah, you'd walk in the door and this
Gotcha.
part would be in front of that space.
Gotcha. And then where that walkway is now would be the opening in front of those.
Well, there, yeah.
The way you go
This
in
way.
now, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we'd come in for our desks on each side. So this would be a divider and then kind of, but desk space still.
Right.
We got a quote from one company.
Let's go to the $2,700 one.
Yeah, that was the first one. It's 27, sorry, it's all backwards, 2775. That quote, in order to save cost, he's gonna remove the top of the cabinets that's on this side of the office, the tabletop portion, and use that so it matches the desktop we have now, and then he's gonna reuse every piece of desktop he can from our current desk. Two things. One, he said it's way easier to do that than to try to match a new material with the old material we have, and it would cost more. Plus, I don't know if anybody's been in lately and noticed, but that countertop is completely sunk and is separated from the sides all the way around, so it really needs repaired somehow anyway.
It's
And-
floating.
Yes, and he said, and it's included in the quote, that you can get this gray slab. It's low maintenance, matte surface from like Menards or Lowe's or something. But it comes in a 9-foot section that's 9 foot long. So he'd literally just buy it, bring it here and install it. And then he'd use the countertop that's there to build the desks. We did not care for his design, like visually. He was gonna put some weird paneling on the front.
Wood slabs.
Yeah. And it was so he didn't have to paint it. And so Rhonda said, well, if we don't like it, then get a quote without it. So I asked him, what would it cost without the paneling? And he said he would need to build it out of MDF instead of plywood, so there'd be an increased cost of that, so that it would be paintable. But if we paint it ourselves, it would save $400 in the end. So if we chose not the wood slats and painted ourselves, the quote would be $2,380. He did not break out his quote as far as what each piece would cost. So there's potential that, if we did some of the removing or finishing, obviously we'd do the painting, so we could save a little bit here and there.
Flooring, is there any flooring issues?
There shouldn't be. Everybody that has come in has looked at it and they think the current desk is built on top of the floor. The other thing is with this, they would not remove that wall that has electricity in it. They would just cut it shorter. Essentially slide the top back and then cut the end off. I think our long piece of desk.
And as we talked, Rick, be relatively easy because they'll need power on the south side as well. So we can cut a hole in that cabinet, pull power off the other plug. Real simple to do.
They do all the work on the
Yes.
electrical?
Yep.
Okay.
Were they doing the electrical?
Yeah, he
it's
said
in
they
the
would do
quote.
it.
Oh, okay.
Some moving electrical or something like,
Okay.
it's listed electrical. At least for the quote, that wasn't $1,000. The $1,000 quote was.
Yeah. You've looked. at the same stuff,
Very
yeah.
little detail.
Yes.
And it sounds nice because it's $1,000, so I just want to clarify, that $1,000
They didn't have no
does not,
materials.
it does not include the price that we would have to buy our own desks.
What time frame?
He made it seem like he could get started pretty quickly. I mean, they called and
how
talked to
long
us.
of-
I didn't ask how long it would take, and if I did, I don't remember an answer, I'm sorry.
Just questions.
I think you and I talked about it, and it was gonna be just 2 or 3 days for them to do what they needed to
Okay.
do. So,
I couldn't remember what he said. I know they were very fast. I mean, we
Yeah.
talked on the phone and he showed up, he did the measurements, he emailed a quote. I mean, it was
They're a cabinet shop,
snappy, yeah.
basically.
So
So,
are
yeah.
you asking for this to be approved?
I make a motion to approve $2,500 to do the remodeling in the front office.
You said 25?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Is that to cover anything that might pop up?
Yeah.
Well, we're at 2380.
Right.
If we paint ourselves, so the 25, anything over that will have to get a council approval.
Do you
Right.
want to have them painted on, if we just go with the 27 something?
I mean, if they're not gonna paint it, I will for a $400 difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a pair of paint overalls and I got.
I got an hour vacation time I can use.
At 25, we can buy a gallon of paint.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be happy to paint too.
Yeah.
so.
You've already painted the whole park over there, but we'll take this job.
Okay, so we've got a second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Think we're gonna move on.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
We need to backtrack for just a second. I need the motion on the bank CD to include the name or potential names of the banking institutions.
Of course.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I
you went too fast for me.
Who made the motion?
Scott did.
Okay, so it's gonna be either the State Bank of Canton or
For
the
6 months at 3.5, or,
Percentage can be whatever the percentage
Oh.
is. I just need
Or the
to.
Farmers State
We
Bank.
need to know what bank we're going to invest in.
Yes.
So what bank
Or
would
the
you?
Farmers State Bank
Okay, I'll make
at
a motion,
3.7.
make a motion to reinvest the CD maturing on the 14th in Farmer State Bank at 3.7% interest for six.
Not State Bank, not 3.7.
Farmers Bank.
It doesn't have to include the percentage.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It can put-
So it's Farmer Bank?
Yes, yes, Farmers State Bank.
So it's at Farmer State Bank.
For 9 months.
For 9 months.
For 9 months.
Bank.
And I'm gonna second Farmers
State.
State Bank for 9 months.
I swear I had a not state in there somewhere.
And or the State Bank.
We have to pick one,
You can do either or, but we gotta say both. So it can be,
or
if you wanna,
State Bank or.
Oh my gosh.
Just move on, come on, say it.
State Bank of Canton.
Bank of
Bank of
Canton.
Canton for
Okay.
6 months.
Got another second, Cindy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I second that. I was
Well,
waiting
Bank of
for,
Canton for 6 months.
Okay,
I'm second.
okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Don't
I
do
have
it.
no idea what we just did.
I think we're a little serious at this one.
Do you want to?
Water valve.
Okay.
Okay, Austin, you're up.
Okay. We've been talking about fire hydrants for, I don't know, a year.
I grabbed whatever was there.
So here a few weeks ago, we had a water leak over there on, what is it, Maple, on Sand Road over by the old elementary school. And we found out that there's a valve on Main Street that does not close all the way. And we need that valve to work properly to replace the fire hydrant on Main Street. On your map on Main Street, you can see a little pink dot, that's the fire hydrant, and a little green dot, which is the proposed valve. It's kind of hard to see. There, right above that to the north, there's a black circle with an X through it. There's a valve there now. That's the one that doesn't work. Okay? And then when you go over to 6th Street, which would be the very far left blue line, there's a green dot there. That's the proposed valve that I want over there also. And then just south of there is the fire hydrant that also needs to be replaced.
And you need that valve in order to replace this.
Correct.
Okay.
So that way I don't have to shut half the town down.
Okay.
The one by the school is definitely the most critical for the fire department. But we need to replace both, yes. I know Christina talked with the fire board a little bit about how we got a technical assistance grant to get some engineering done on Main Street, and that would kind of fall in line with not spending money on that, but also depending on how quick the fire department needed it to be changed. So I'll let you go a little bit on that one.
Right, so with the information that was given really to the fire chief, the one on Main Street, they are acceptable to wait for the engineering to come up with a plan. Our critical area, as Austin stated, is this zone, is what I'm gonna call it, over by the elementary school. We are, again, as we've stated probably 20 times, this is the year for our ISO testing rating, so we will be inspected this year. The ISO directly reflects every member of our community's insurance rates. We have an excellent ISO rating in Canton. This area right here, that fire hydrant basically all but doesn't work, right?
Correct, they don't open.
It leaves this area over here on your map. Yeah. So if there was a structure fire, the concern is if there's a structure fire, the limitations. They have a plan, they have enough hose. But why this is such a big concern is because you have the railroad tracks there. So the next closest fire hydrant is over in your area, Scott, over by where Mary lives. But guess what you can't do? You can't run it across the train tracks.
Exactly.
And, this is one that they're really not wanting to wait on because,
So how much is the valve?
So the 4-inch
yeah.
valve, we're looking between 6,000 to 8,000. The 6-inch valve on Main Street, you're looking at 9,000 to 10,000. And that's us having to dig up to the main, about a 5-foot by 5-foot square, so they can get down to it. And talking with some people today, they talked like they could potentially be here within a month to get everything said and done, valve in. Basically what we're doing, if no one understands what we're doing, is we're digging up a spot, getting down to the main. They're going to put a saddle around it. They've got this weird crazy contraption that they can sit there and they cut through the main, and then they back it back out. They shove a plate in to stop the water. They take the whole top off. They put a little garment, basically the water stopper, the valve. I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of what the inside piece is called. But they slide that down there, and then they can open that up, slide it down, close it again, take the top off, set the valve top on. They do everything 100% live. Nothing gets shut off. So then that gives me area to where I can shut the valve down on Railroad, and just south of that sand road on Maple, shut that down. Give me about 2 hours to have the hydrant on, turn everything back on. We're only cutting one street down. Same thing with Main Street. I'm just explaining everything. I should be able to shut down where that green dot is, and then if you go south where the yellow dot is, shut that down. I only kill about 4 or 5 businesses, and I could probably have that in about 2 to 3 hours, give or take, and then back on again. So I'm just giving you timelines of how quick we can get stuff done.
Based on our previous conversation with replacing the Main Street valve, this would allow you to shut off water and not, basically you could shut off the water and leave west side
I can
Main
leave
Street
the
on
whole
now?
east side of the business district.
Business district.
So then I can leave like the dog, the liquor, or the bar, and those kind of places on locker, but everything on the west side would have to still come down.
Which there's not really.
And I think
Legion and D's.
And I think the Citizen State Bank comes off of a different main, so I think that one would stay on. So really, yeah, you're just D's, Legion, Rundstrom's.
And the Legion isn't open during business hours.
No.
It's more evening.
So that's my spiel. So yeah, basically you're talking 18,000 at most. I'm saying 18,000 at most because it's 6 to 8 and 9 to 10.
Now, the other advantage to getting this done is if we have to shut this down, we get into boil water. Because we've had most of the city shut down. Or to put these valves in, you're not really shutting the system down.
We can isolate a lot
We can
better.
isolate and we don't get into boil water situation. And we are fortunate in that the last boil water was in December of '24. So it's been a while. Okay, but I looked into what are the red flags for water. They don't have any definite goals. It depends on who you upset that day, as to whether they're going to be having you do more water testing and stuff. Which currently we test, what, quarterly? Is it quarterly?
For which test do you want? I mean, we do tests all year.
You got into, when you do boil water,
Well, boiled water is like a bacteria, so we test bacteria twice a month.
twice a month, currently. Okay.
And then if you fail, you have to take, it's like 5 to 10 samples within so far of your location that fails.
So it accelerates, I mean, they can, it's an arbitrary number, it's how many tests they.
Well, they
so,
choose
yeah.
what they want you to do, right?
Right.
Based on whatever that criteria that is, but
We also have to mail out letters. And I
There's
think it's
cost to
within
having boiled
48
ice
hours,
cream.
yeah.
So-
And it's time
And you-
consuming for both.
and I'm just gonna throw it out there, Main Street is, definite conversation, but I'm gonna be honest, that elementary school area is, I feel like that's something that we need to move forward on, and that we have to get that hydrant change. We need, the fire department needs access to that area sooner than later.
And I have all the supplies. I'm just waiting.
You've got the hydrant and everything.
Yeah, waiting to figure out how to shut the water off and not kill half the town.
Yeah, see too, if he gets into something when he gets in changing that hydrant, and we got half the town shut down, or it ends up being an extended period of time, we can isolate it. So, the thing about Main Street, I would love to do it, but we're just getting the preliminary engineering in for the main replacement. We don't know if we're gonna get a grant or not, because we haven't submitted for one yet. But we could be replacing the water main in a couple of years.
I mean, they're gonna have suggestions as well.
Right.
So,
And that way, if we wait on that, see if we get the grant, I mean, we're saving $10,000. But we definitely gotta do the one by the school.
And that's 6,000 to 8,000.
Yeah. That's just what they have for me at the time.
Okay. So you want approval for up to,
So like 8,000?
I think that should be enough. They said 6 to 8.
Whatever's left can go towards the next.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve $8,000 for the water valve on 6th Street.
I will second that motion.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And the company is out of, they're right at the Nebraska border. It's called Hydrostop. And those valves are 100, well, I can't say 100. They're 97% stainless steel. So it should last for,
So do you think that they'll be able to move on this within?
I'd say within a month. Just giving them some free time, or free wood, or a little leeway. I think they said honestly within a week or two, but I'm giving them a month.
Is that that time allowance?
yeah, really,
Work
Austin,
with-
once you call them and get that date, if you'll just let me know and I can relay that to fire chief. We talked about those dates, you have to be on the same plan and the date has to
Correct.
match.
Correct.
We just have to have a plan for ISO and so, inspection, and so that's what we need to have. So as soon as you get that information, then we'll move forward.
Sounds good to
Just
me.
making sure everybody's all on
Yep.
the same page here, so. Okay. Kansas Water Office Grant.
Initially, excuse me, I thought there would be paperwork to approve and sign, but there is not. Between me signing one spot as a clerk and Ranson Financial signing the administrative portion, it's taken care of. But I received email that we were awarded the technical assistance grant. So this project is for the Main Street water mains. The technical assistance grant, just so everybody knows, does not cover construction costs. It's only for leading up to. And then once this is done, you can apply for a grant for the construction portion. I think, I don't know what words to technically use, but you're more likely to receive a grant when you've had a grant for the preliminary things. And so we were awarded that technical assistance grant.
And how much was the grant?
$156,900. Yes, the technical assistance grant.
56.
What was that?
The number?
Yeah.
156,900.
And when at the conference, I'm sure you heard the same thing, but they say that a lot of these grants, they want to see people come for just the technical assistance and then come the year after for the project. They do not like when people come for just the project and say, this is what we want to do, without having all the extra engineering and extra help from them. It scores a lot better. So it's a potential that we might score a lot better this next year if we apply for it again for the construction.
I do have, and obviously we're just discussing how much things change in dollar amounts from time to time, but I do have, just for general reference, the initial preliminary cost estimate from Wilson & Company. I know this went around before, I just wanted to review it, but so the technical assistance grant, what this is going to cover is the administrative title search or legal costs, utility easements, preliminary engineering and modeling, engineering survey and mapping, and engineering final design services. The total project cost with that grant amount included is roughly 1.4 million. That includes 1.1, almost 1.2 million in construction cost. So, I mean, a significant portion of it is the construction cost, but we did receive the technical assistance grant to at least get started.
And that project is the mains from the towers to Main Street, Fairview to the railroad tracks, correct? So that's our biggest water main in town.
Yeah, it's 8-inch, shrinks down to 6, shrinks down to 4, and that's about where we sit.
And that's the backbone of the system right there.
That's the main thing.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Ready to move on? Proclamation for Week of the Young Child.
I read it. It's not really.
It was sent to us from Betsy. I'm trying to remember her name, I'm sorry. I emailed Rhonda about it and she said that was fine, so I sent it in the council packet, but I can't remember sending it to you.
Oh.
It's from the McPherson County Community Foundation. It's just a proclamation they sent to all cities to ask. The McPherson County Child Care Task Force is asking all McPherson County cities to confirm their support of early childhood education.
So what do they need us to do?
Rhonda just has to, what word do I want? Please, not approve. Because I was reading, you don't have to vote on a proclamation. It's not like a resolution or an ordinance. So the
Like
mayor
we're recognizing that
declares,
it's-
thank you. I couldn't find the right word for
What
it.
did you say?
Declares it.
I don't know that I want to read all this, but did you guys read it?
I did.
I did. But again, I was like, so what do they want?
Yeah, I just says now for Therefore be it proclaimed that the City Council of the City of Canton hereby recognizes the week of April 11th through the 17th, 2026 as the Week of the Young Child, and encourages our community to make an investment in early childhood education because early years are learning years.
That's it.
Okay.
Proclaimed. Declared. Check. I need sleep.
All right, we're going to move to department reports. Police department, I know we still have McFall coming over and
He is still writing tickets.
Yes, he is. I got pulled over on my way into town.
Oh, girl.
But only because I had my ATV lights because I was out at the ponds and I forgot I had them on because I was gabbing, and I pulled up right on him with all three of my ATVs, like my ditch one, my main one, my big one. And he was like, whoop. I was like, dang it. He let me go.
so he's doing a great job. And so we'll just go on to maintenance.
I'm gonna go ahead, since we talked about it before, around the church street repair. I know that I brought to you guys that, I don't remember exactly what price, said $35,000 is the top dollar or whatever to do just the north side of the church. Basically, it's from the alley to the east side of the church on the curb. Again, I'm saying they're 187 feet long. I went ahead and I got 3 bids for it. I got one from Tim Cheatham Construction. They're sitting at $29,600. And then there's, I can't pinpoint how much the labor cost is to tear it out because they mixed it in with another bid. So that sucks. But so that's what Tim Cheatham's at. Boats Parga is sitting at $21,443.76. And that's them doing, and all of these are doing concrete. And that price is just them pouring the street. We would have to tear out and then lay the base and everything, the city would. So that's just them coming and pouring the concrete.
So there'll be cost.
There'll be more cost, not a lot.
Yeah, okay.
I think the base is gonna probably cost us about $2,000 or $3,000. And then I got one from Ratliff Brothers. Their bid comes in at $21,197.50. And that's, again, us tearing it out, putting the base in. But Ratliff Brothers also told me that they would donate their time to come over and help us dig it out and put the base down. So there is a little extra to that. I'm just sitting there with that.
This
So
is
that's
to
what I-
finish the street since we're already doing half of it.
They're doing the curb,
Yeah.
so they're gonna tear out probably 2 to 3 feet of our street, so we're gonna have to go back with something anyway. And I just figured we might as well just finish it to the concrete, have good, nice angled parking for the church on that side.
And that's bringing it around the corner to the parsonage?
No,
Okay.
I've got separate prices for that, but it ain't even worth talking about.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a lot more money than we can spend.
Okay.
It's another 80,000
Gotcha.
plus.
We'd like
I mean, to do all of,
Who's
from
doing the
Railroad
work?
to McPherson, and then around that little strip that we're just now talking about, so McPherson to Railroad, the whole 4th Street, 213,000, and this would be 100 and some thousand, and then I didn't even have Ratliff give me a quote for that one.
Who's doing the curb?
Votes Park, yeah, which is one of the bids I got.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, like, are any of these guys already doing work?
So that's,
$300 difference between Ratliff and Votes. The difference is Ratliff would donate their time.
so there's your food for thought. And to haul the basin, we would have Ratcliffe Brothers haul our basin with no matter what one you choose. So it's up to you, if you want to even do it.
And this is for,
It's on McPherson Street, and then the Baptist Church from the alley to 4th Street. It's 187 feet by 15 feet, and then we're gonna go down like 10 inches.
To 4th Street or to the shop?
To 4th Street.
87 by 18.
It's not going across into the shop.
So we end up with an asphalt section that runs from 4th Street to the water tank.
I'm leaning towards where you see price difference. How,
It's been a mess. Is it on?
Yeah, it's this
The
street right
street
here, right?
names aren't labeled, so you have to know what you're looking at.
Okay, we can figure that out.
Tell me again where,
It's right here.
you said 4th Street between McPherson and Allen?
No. 4th Street and McPherson, go to that corner,
Okay.
and then the Baptist Church is right there on
Oh,
the
yes,
corner.
on that corner.
And then it goes west to the alley.
Okay. So, McPherson.
east-west. So it's this section right here.
Sorry, I should have had a map of that.
You had another code for that. You did that.
And when is that being done?
Well, the curb, they're hoping to have it done, I think, before June.
Before June, yeah. But are you guys,
And then if Oates Parkett does it, they're gonna do it the same day they do.
Right, I was gonna say, did
Well,
they give
not
us any kind of
same day.
discount to keep the
It's-
work with them?
Not really.
No, they didn't.
Could we go back and ask them if they would?
I already
It's a
did.
couple
Oh.
hundred more.
I'm already saving you guys
Yeah,
$10,000 by ripping it out ourselves.
yeah, well, 8
How
and a
much?
half, yeah.
Almost
Almost
8.2
8,000.
or 8.5 if you count the lower, yeah.
Yeah, it's this little section here.
is it something you guys want to consider?
We talked about doing it before, and then it fell apart with the church doing the curb and gutter. I guess they're back on board with doing it.
Yeah, that's what, that was last
Oates
meeting.
Parkett said that they signed and they're waiting on us to come up
And
if
how
we're
much
gonna
of
do
that
it
are
or
we
not.
paying for?
We kind of split the cost for them on that.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
don't
5,000.
I don't remember.
I can look.
Yeah, right around 5,000.
I thought it was something like that, but I can't remember for sure.
Mhm.
Any
God. I mean, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking, my brain hurts.
Golly, man.
And if you don't want to, that's fine. We talked about
No, we
it
want
once.
to, we just don't want to spend money.
Well, no, I understand.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for such a small section, but that's the way the whole,
That's just
that's the way
that's just
every town and road is gonna
concrete and
go.
rebar.
Yeah. Oh,
You gotta, I hate to bring it up, but you gotta think back to the Galvin mindset. How many years did it take to concrete their roads? And they did it just like this, one little piece at a
one
time.
little piece at a time.
So, you know,
Yeah. I mean, if it's gonna be torn up anyway,
and
Well, and that
the
is-
asphalt there is trash.
It's
Yeah, okay.
really bad. I
And-
mean,
and,
it's barely
yeah, so-
asphalt.
I,
It don't make any difference to me.
Well, no, you already said that.
you're not helping.
Crystal, we approved $6,335 for the curb and gutter portion of the church.
Do you happen to know if that's like 50% or what's the
it was roughly,
Roughly 50, because
that's
if
what I
I
thought.
have $12,670 divided by 2 equals,
Yeah,
so
yep,
should be 50%.
you're good.
And they're gonna be taking, like, from curb to the current concrete, right?
That's what I'll be thinking of.
Well,
Because otherwise they're just doing the curb and gutter and the rest is.
and they're gonna destroy that asphalt. when they're
Yeah,
done.
it's gonna get torn to
What
shreds.
was timeframe for Ratcliffe Brothers or did they?
He didn't give me a time frame.
But it would be best to do it all at once
Yeah.
and just have the one guy do
So how
it.
much do we need to approve to get this moving?
21.4,
Yeah, but
I mean, donated time is donated time, but, I mean, it's more beneficial to have it all done at one time, to me.
Just have.
Just have the one company do it, and be done with it, you know.
Both Spark, come in and do it, be done with it.
Unless, Austin, you want that donated time, like.
this isn't the same.
I'm just thinking, if there's gonna be a lapse in time between the curb and gutter, and there's gonna be this huge torn up section, and then we're gonna have to tear it out anyway, and then we risk damage to the new curb and gutter that was just paid for, you know, I just feel like,
Yeah, there's gonna be some.
if you're gonna spend
there.
money, you might as well get it done at once and spend $300 more.
Who's gonna manage this project? Like, we don't need another Second Street debacle.
I got you.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, like, I'm just gonna say the quiet part, we do not need another of those, right? Okay.
Don't worry. I mean, I'm tearing it all out. They just gotta put it back.
You could do the damage and let them fix it.
So go with Boats Pargo for $21,443.
Okay, I'll make a motion to go with Boats Parga to finish the rest of the street by the Baptist Church on McPherson and Fourth, for a maximum of $22,000.
I'll second that.
And Austin's gonna oversee it to make sure it's done.
All those in favor? Opposed?
Don't ask for any more money today.
Well, I mean, at some point, I guess I'm gonna have to, I guess, get your approval to buy all the base.
Yeah.
But that'll be,
Well,
I think we'll have a council meeting before then.
You got, how much is the base gonna cost?
He said 2 to 3.
I think we're probably gonna be around that. I
He's
hope.
gonna save $2,000 on that $6,000 to $8,000 valve and use it for the base.
He's already got the $5,000.
No, I wanna make sure I'm right on the number before we approve that.
Yeah, okay.
okay, what else you got?
Oh, you can read my paper. Pretty much we just, we made some of the equipment safer at the parks. We got the street sweeper up and running.
Sorry.
Was fun.
We're gonna pay
The
tabs on
street
the side of
sweeper
it.
up and running, it's like Pigpen.
Yeah, there you go.
It looks like a pig pen when you're going down.
I think we're gonna put that little peanut character on the side.
Oh, let's do
I
it.
call it a boo-boo.
Can we pull a blanket behind it too?
I bet you just in the few days that the street sweeper's been moving, we've probably hauled, I'm gonna say 15 to 20 ton of dirt out of the curbs.
Nice.
But it's still not touching the stuff that's packed in there.
Well, no, I'm going around with a shovel in front of the street
I know.
sweeper and breaking it all up as it's coming behind me. We still have a lot of work, I understand that. We went to the KRWA conference. Ethan and I wanted to thank everyone for letting us go. A lot of knowledge, a lot of people we talked to. That's what got us these cut-in valves and everything. And then still replacing water meters. I think we have somewhere around 90 left. So we've been kicking hiney on that. Stuff that we're just going to keep on working on is water meters, patching holes in the streets, the fire hydrants that we've got, that we talked about tonight. And then we have the community service day. It's been a mess, but it's going to be April 24th. And at first they told me it's going to be an all day. I'm going to have 50 kids, and now it's down to 2 hours of work and like 10 kids. So I was kind of a little disappointed on that. And then this is kind of a, I don't know where it's all sitting. I said I was going to talk about it. It involves him and it involves you guys a little bit. Robert Nelson's house, which is, tell me the address.
110 North 6th?
Yeah, I think
Is that
so.
right?
It's the, yeah, it's on the corner of 6th and Allen.
You can secure
I like
it
this little
without
one.
notice.
Okay.
It's an open loop, so you can secure that without notice.
Okay, so I can secure that without notice.
And that's
What do you want me to do?
What are we securing?
All the junk outside.
Oh.
In this wind, everything is gone.
We've been picking
Where's
trash
that?
out of the street for the last few
It's right by the
months,
elementary school.
and I'm ready to clean it up.
It's right here.
We can board up the.
Oh, you said the wrong name. I know where
No,
you're at now.
that's who lived there last, but yes, the Arnold house. It's
Don't
the-
go
Which one is it?
Okay, secure it.
This
Okay.
one?
So,
Yeah, it's got.
can I say that?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
I know.
The one that started with the sign in it.
We don't have a fire hydrant over there.
There's a storm coming.
I just talked to our council,
Okay.
and he said that we can go ahead and basically take everything right into the garage and we can board it up and get it all cleaned up. That's all we can do. We can't haul it off.
Then do it.
So that's gonna be on our project list.
Hey,
Then do it.
Done zone.
That's huge.
It's not, yeah.
It's not
and
perfect, but
Especially,
it's-
and here's, I'll just be honest, my concern is school's about ready to let out.
Mhm.
So the kids are gonna start, I mean, we're looking at, health hazards, right? So
Yeah.
I say we do it sooner than later before school's out.
My next question, do I have approval to get it boarded up?
yes.
Whatever costs.
That's what I'm,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going for.
You need cost of boards?
Okay, the cost we can assess those back.
Okay. Got it. We'll get her done.
Hey,
This map has worked out. really
Yeah,
good
I like
tonight,
having
by the
this.
way.
we need to have one up just
Every
I was gonna say,
Yes.
I've done my
Okay.
best to get Google Map, county map.
Yeah, let me off
Yeah,
this now.
yeah, we need a pretty TV thing up there so we can just pop stuff up and see it.
But that, did you see the?
pleasant too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's like that way for.
I see.
I think I'm done.
Is
we
Sam
got-
have a report? Did he have
Well,
I didn't
I
see
can
it in
give
the
you a little,
packet.
I can give you a little something, something. We did get the new mower in, just so you know.
Oh,
So it's already got 5 hours put on it, so he's cutting grass.
okay.
Samuel's report, got the new mower, so he's getting some stuff cleaned up. We're getting in the groove of mowing season. We got a few violations. It's actually doing really well. Honestly, I think everything's looking on the up and up. And then we got a call the other day about a skunk at Casey's.
It was on Main, it was down here earlier.
There's been a few.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and we put out some traps to try to catch said skunk, and within 5 minutes, we had 3 cats and they were going to Hillsborough.
Oh, God. Well, that's
So
good.
they got spayed and neutered, 2 males, 1 female, and we released them today at 3 o'clock, and we'll plan on
You'll
hitting
try
it
to catch
again.
some more skunks?
We're gonna hit it again next week, so.
Well, I mean, when you try to feed the
Ridiculed
cats, you get
already
the
about trying to catch skunks.
Yeah. So, yeah, he literally set a trap down, walked back, grabbed another one, came back, already had a cat. Threw it in the back, set it, went in, grabbed another one, brought it back, set it down, already had a cat. So he had it within 5 minutes.
Wow.
So we're gonna go again. That's pretty much his report, so
Hey.
keep on. I'm done.
Okay, council, Scott, you wanna start?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
We've covered everything you wanted to cover?
Yeah, I got the valving and everything, we're good.
Okay. David?
We're in pretty good shape, as long as we can keep that street sweeper from making a mess on the road.
It doesn't do the greatest, but I think we have so much in the gutter that
Yeah.
it can't pick it all up at one time. And we go down the street multiple times.
I mean, if you wanna see improvement, get a shovel, clean out your gutters.
I do.
Yeah, but when,
Yeah.
I mean, but like, you do.
Yeah.
Or look across the street, look to
It
right or
made-
left, you
It
know?
made a bigger mess for me to clean up.
Yeah. It's gonna just take some time, I think.
With that
Yeah.
being said, I have contacted the McPherson municipalities. Their street sweeper is going to be replaced next year. It's going to be up for sale. That's something to keep remembering. It's a 5-year-old machine. They're thinking 40-ish, maybe. something to ponder.
No,
If
it
this
is,
one goes down again,
it's something to think about.
I'd like to see that one in motion.
if this one goes down, I did approach them when this one was down about them coming over and sweeping our streets. And they're not opposed to that. This is break the deal.
I think the problem that I think we've had the most is also that our streets are so much like this, so when we do throw it out, our pickup broom doesn't even
Right.
stay flat and
Yeah.
gets everything also. And I'm not trying to make excuses.
It's trying
I'm
to
just
sweep
saying.
tile with a broom, like,
Well, we
everything gets down in those cracks and stays there no matter how many times.
I mean, we pick up a lot of street. When we dump the pile, I mean, there's chunks of asphalt that come out all the time.
Christina?
No, I'm good. We talked about the hydrant replacement and, that's it.
Well, I don't have anything really city related, except we have a rescue dog at the dog house, up for adoption. And he's so adorable, Great Pyrenees, if anybody's interested, he's like 2 to 3 years old, intact.
It's gonna get big.
Well, he's already 2 to 3, he's probably this tall, but he's skinny, and a lot of hair. So, but he's the sweetest, big, gentle thing ever, so if anybody needs a new dog.
Is there a cost associated with?
We have listed on there a rehoming fee, but only, because we're trying to deter people just looking for a free dog, you know. We want to get somebody who's, if they're willing to pay for it, then, you know, we're not really asking for it, but because I've posted it publicly everywhere, I said I'd rather put a fee on there and then when we find the right family, just waive the fee. Because people do gross things with free animals. So I was like, no, we're not dealing with those types, so. If we know them, that's a different story. But yeah, that's all, just, if anybody needs a new pet. Nothing city related.
Do I need to bring up that sheriff's log or ask for?
You can just say that you're gonna be looking at it or so, but previously determined no dog could.
There's a property on the sheriff's sale coming up April 23rd, I believe.
21st.
21st?
No, I think it's 23rd.
It's on the website,
Third.
it's 23rd.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think.
But I'll double check on all that, but,
Hold on, I have counts.
I would just like to be given permission to bid on that property.
I'll make a motion for Ron to approve a undisclosed amount of money on the property at 6th Street.
It was First in Row.
First in Row? Oh, yeah, First is that way, yeah, First in Row, yeah.
What, I'm sorry.
Well, actually, no, it's not, it's the sheriff's auction for the lots in
Yeah.
Canton.
Yes.
Not one particular one.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Okay.
To bid at the sheriff's auction on
behalf of the
property.
city.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I think that's all I could have. Morgan would be next. So. I'm sorry, I could.
You skipped
her.
I do that every time.
I don't know why you just don't flip that around there.
I know.
We can change it, I think.
Put yourself first and then she won't be able to.
There you go. I just want to say, it's like Austin, that we were really glad we were able to go to the clerks conference. We make a lot of connections both with clerks that are helpful resources and with vendors that are also helpful resources. So we have a couple people we can, follow up with about different things. I know I went to like a housing breakout, that was really nice. Then I went to the court clerk conference, and Reese is probably like, why did you do that? Because now I have a million questions. But I learned a lot about what I should be doing or what does or doesn't work out and how you deal with it. And so I have a backlog now that I need to do for court. Yes, so I haven't looked into it cost-wise, but they do make court software. What's nice about that is I have to submit every driving charge and some non-moving violations, which I'm confused about, but, to the DMV. They only accept electronic submissions. So the way around that for towns that don't have court software is I spent 2 hours on a video call with the DMV, and they set it up for me on my computer where there are folders and spreadsheets, and I have to type all the information in the spreadsheet and then submit it to them online, and then if there's an error, it kicks it back and I have to do it again. And if there's not an error, I have to submit it one day and download it from them the next day to see if it went through. Anytime there's a change, like a suspension of driver's license or reinstatement of a driver's license, any case ends, I have to report all that to the DMV. So yes, there is court software that, right now, how I do it is I enter the information into an Excel spreadsheet, which is our court docket. I print those for the folders, we have them in court, but the spreadsheet I have to send to the state is a very specific, I don't know what you call it, like a template, and it has to be sent in that. So I have to enter all of the information at a minimum twice, and then keep another Excel spreadsheet of all the outcomes. It's a huge mess. I found out that, yeah, there's only a few clerks that don't use court software. It's just because of all the electronic submissions and requirements. I think
So
a lot
what's
of
the
towns
cost?
have gone to it. I haven't looked into cost yet. I'd have to schedule demos with companies and things like that. I did learn
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
there are softwares that you just buy the court module. So like our software doesn't have a court module, but I can go to a different software and only get the court module.
Nice.
So you can mix and match things in that aspect. So I just need to call around to a few towns and figure out what they're doing.
Where are we at on the software that we're waiting for?
They're waiting for me to send a database of how our software works, which is
So
a
they can
process.
Convert it over.
So they can set up,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I'd like to see that information on the court software, so we can just add, when you get it, we can add you to the agenda.
There's a lot of software companies at the
We should
clerk
have it.
conference, but I never looked into court specifically, so
Yeah.
I will look into it.
Okay.
Just kind of a food for thought, nothing needs to be decided tonight, but we are continuing to have some really frustrating phone problems called, we just can't call those numbers anymore.
That's at Reese's office.
Yeah, he can't even call in to our office line, any longer.
Why?
And I have no idea. I've called HCI so many times, the poor guy probably wants to hang up when I call. And he has spent hours working on it and talking with other phone companies and emails and video calls and all the things, testing calls, and we can't figure out what's going on. At first, they noticed that, I want to say T-Mobile, maybe, some specific phone company had our number flagged as spam. So I am not able to call any of the customers on that service because it blocks me, it thinks I'm spam. And we have customers here in town that use that service, and I can't call them. They can't call us either. We had a customer that called with a water leak and then ran into the office like, hey, we need our water off. We couldn't get through on the phone. Like, that was our first indication, but yeah, now it's just getting worse. Today I tried 4 Canton phone numbers. The school office, the school itself, the bank, I can't call any of them.
So we were thinking of just going to the cell phone.
We did discuss, just Austin and Aaron and I, a little bit, that it's very beneficial that we have both of those phones, because I can't tell you how many times I'm on one and Aaron's on the other, and I mean, for all kinds of reasons. It's
Can we
nice.
keep our existing number and transfer to the cell service?
I'm gonna say I doubt it, but I don't know that for a fact.
Because we don't want to have to start changing everything.
Right.
Well, I understand that, but if that's the number that is registered as spam, it's not gonna do any good.
I don't know
with
how
that
it
number.
works because they use words I don't understand, like the number is ported. I don't know what that means. But like, what's weird is, like, I can no longer call the high school or the district office, and that's what HCI told me, is because they just redid their phone system. But I can call the Galva school. Same phone system. I don't understand what's happening. I'm just so frustrated that every day I pick up the phone and I can't call that number anymore.
Well,
And
they
I have
should
no
be able
idea.
to unblock the phone number, I'm
Well,
sorry.
And I have no idea
That's
who
kind of
can and can't
ridiculous.
call in, you know, because people can't just, oh, I couldn't get through, let me just drive up there. Like, we had a call from a guy the other day from Colorado. He's not just, they send us a Facebook message. I mean, there's not,
Well, I'd like you to put that other alternative number on our website.
yeah,
or
and I
wherever else
can,
we-
yeah.
I think
I've
that-
been giving it to all of our business contacts, you know, if you can't get through, because we also only have one line on the office phone, and sometimes that's tied up and people can't get through, but.
But I think, I don't know if you're ever gonna come to
Right.
a solution on this deal, but definitely be.
We also
promoting
did
the other
compare
phone number.
prices. So we pay $66, I think is what it is, dollars a month for this phone line in the office. It's $40 a month for each cell phone. So even if you just switched it from one to the other, you'd still be saving money and you'd have a functioning number.
Definitely need to be promoting the cell phone.
Right. The other thing we wanted to ask about for consideration, again, doesn't have to be decided tonight, but I don't know what it takes to get rid of a fax number. Can we just decide we don't want it anymore?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's $25 a month for our office fax, and I think the last thing I got off of it was spam. I have used it like twice since I started here.
Nobody faxes
Maintenance
now
has a
anymore.
fax number, and they don't even know if it's connected to the fax machine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
So-
paying for a fax number.
I mean, that's $50 a month just in fax numbers.
Yeah.
So you wanna get rid of the faxes?
I think it'd be
There we go.
worth it.
Yeah, that's $50 a month.
And then we can
Anybody
look
who has
at,
a fax machine can still fax the
Wait,
email
do we
to
have,
an email
what are you
address.
trying to say?
So,
There are some agencies with the state of Kansas that if you communicate with them, they only accept things through fax. So
but
you might, I
can't you
don't.
email to fax too?
Yes.
No. not
Because
all
we
the
do for
time.
our job.
I can't for some departments when we submit Medicaid applications, for instance, that has
So
to
then
be
it
a
would be
hard line
beneficial
fax.
to maybe before we cancel it, Morgan, like check with the banks to see if they still have fax and that we could use them in that instance. Like if there's a charge, for it,
Right.
like,
yeah.
Yeah, because you
Even
can
if
go
it's
like Newlands and they'll
$5,
fax it
yeah.
for you.
yeah.
Well, being a customer.
Court reporting
Yeah.
agencies, check with all of them before you totally cancel.
But we only need
Or
one.
Yes, so you
cancel
can
one.
cancel
Right.
mine.
Yeah.
Cancel one.
Yeah, we can,
Cancel maintenance.
yeah, we can cancel maintenance.
And then we have a phone line for maintenance. It used to go to the alarm dialer, and it doesn't need it anymore, the dialer doesn't. So we were gonna cancel it, but it was about the time when we tried to get the card reader for the water machine up and going, and we thought it needed a phone line. But I don't think it does, so if it for sure doesn't, we could also cancel that one. So, doing our best, so. Yep. Oh, I guess I don't know if it's in place or not, but, the grants, the pre-application for the drainage grant that we submitted, for First and Railroad area, we did hear back from KDOT that basically they ran it through a scoring rubric and said it qualifies for our requirements of submission, but you're not gonna score high enough to be considered for money. So they reached out to us and asked if we wanted to basically make it better. So I reached out to Darren with EBH and we talked about a couple of ideas. He was gonna submit those to KDOT and ask what is allowed, what isn't allowed, and what's the best option for us. So the grant that we applied to is the Transportation Alternatives Grant, which is also a really good grant for like the school zone and putting a sidewalk, like by the pool, by the school, that kind of thing. But because we had already applied to that for the drainage, then we couldn't do the school zone lights. But now that it doesn't, like essentially isn't good enough, I asked, could we tie those in, even though they're completely not connected not the same thing. He said he'll ask if we can submit it as a co-project. I haven't heard back from him. The other thing he was gonna look into was just extending that drainage project to include some Main Street sidewalk area, to help with drainage next to the railroad. And then the other alternative is to scrap the drainage project completely for this grant and ask if they will allow us to submit the school zone as a different project. So we can still use that grant and have a project we've discussed, but
For something.
he's just trying to figure out what they'll allow and what we can do.
But the original was not
And-
gonna happen.
And he said, like, we wouldn't just scrap the whole project, like, throw it away, it's just, we would have to look for a different grant.
Right.
If it doesn't work for this grant. So he's gonna see what works best.
Yeah, that's why they make the big bucks.
Yeah, yep.
So you could almost scrap the drainage project until we see what happens in the sheriff's office.
Well, one of the parts of that,
And go after the school life.
one of the parts of that drainage project was to move the drainage, and it wouldn't even include that property then.
Right.
So I don't know. But yes, you could do both those. We're on KDOT's timeline for that, though. So we have to wait and hear back from them. That's all I have.
I think we'll ask for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
All right.
We're not doing anything for the May Day festivities as a council.
What?
We're not doing anything for the May Day festivities.
You lost your chance to talk, David.
We're off now.
Oh, look at Miss Chatty Cathy wants me adjourned, come on now.
For what? I.
You're going in it?
Afraid
Good.
I would take somebody as a driver.